I'm going off the rails on a crazy train. Hello, guys, and welcome to another episode of Off the Rails Podcast. I'm your host, Kenny, and I'm the guy in the chair today. Woohoo! I'm joined by my friend.
Hi, I'm Taylor, and I am here helping Kenny because we are left unsupervised with the equipment, so we are going on as we go. And we are joined today by a special someone.
Lauren. Been on here before.
No, yes, this is true, but you're usually not here for Off the Rails. Lauren, if you guys do not remember it, plays Nibby in our Dungeon and Dimwits campaign.
Yes.
But I'm back.
But she is back, and now everybody else is gone, so we cannot continue at the moment.
Oh, dear. His,
What did you just do?
I didn't do anything.
What'd you do?
I'm trying...
Okay, look, stop.
Okay, when did you become the proverbial expert and then
Because I
ask
know
for
at
my
least
help?
Part of it.
Okay. Is it playing? It's like I was trying to figure out why it wasn't playing.
Why isn't it playing?
It says it can't access his storage right now. So we're going to have to cross that bridge when he gets here.
Can't access the storage.
We'll cross that bridge in a sec. Go sit back down in your seat.
No, he'll be here later. He's doing something.
Yes. I was supposed to watch Kung Fury in order to talk about it on this podcast, and I did not.
What the heck is that?
If you skip over my stuff again, I'm going to start throwing things at you.
You have something to contribute? What? Da. We discovered last stream that she actually had FFA stories that for some reason she never decided to talk about until last stream.
You should see the
Because we
photos.
pulled it out of her.
You should see the photos.
Daggum. So, sorry about the blank screen, y'all, but we can't, for some reason, get Tony's overlay videos to pop for some reason. It apparently cannot access his storage. Yep, that's a bummer.
Okay. We'll just leave it for now, and we'll
Yep.
wait for Tony to fix it, because I don't
He
know. what's wrong
decided to
with
be
it.
late. What a bummer, dude. So, obviously, I'm not equipped to talk about Kung Fury. Are you equipped to talk about Kung Fury? I doubt Tony's equipped to talk about Kung Fury. To our viewer, Zach, I'm going to apologize in advance because we did not watch Kung Fury, even though the movie is only half an hour long. It's supposed to be one of those homages to action films that just goes way over the top. It's a guy that hacks his way into the past.
Into the past?
Into the past. He hacks his way, like Hacker Man, hacks his way into the past, and he's trying to deal with Vikings and like Roboraptors, and it's just
Oh, like past, not like...
off the walls is what this movie is all about. Incredibly
I
off the
have not
walls.
Seen any new movies?
I watch Speaking of off the walls weird movies, I watch Expendables 4.
Oh, how'd that go?
And it's the whole concept behind Expendables to begin with is it's supposed to be like an homage to 70s action movies. And they have all the actors from these things doing this stuff. But in this last one, it was really weird because Sylvester Stallone wasn't in like 80% of the movie.
The funniest video I have ever seen of Sylvester Stallone is who's the bald guy? That's he plays Shaw in the Fast and Furious franchise. Bald guy, speaks like he's like Australian.
He plays Shot.
Shaw.
I don't know the characters from Fast and Furious by name.
Him and Hobb.
What are you doing?
Dwayne Johnson have a problem.
She's really quiet.
Says who?
I'm listening to it. She's really quiet. I'm trying
Does
to.
this help?
Oh, that's not
Or
gonna
no?
change it.
Dude, I got really close to my mouth now. Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
I wasn't sure.
Okay,
He's also in Expendables.
in one of his movies with Sly, and I can't remember one, they were doing a stunt where he was driving a...
You're saying that she's too quiet, and she puts it closer, and you have her
I
pull
know,
it
but
away.
that's just
Let
making
me deal with this, and you go
Okay.
practice it.
Slowly,
Let me do it.
Okay.
slowly increase the volume so I can hear it.
Or we can just go back to properties and
Oh, wait.
increase the volume. Because for some reason, you doing that put the mixing board down to 7%. I wonder how it got there. There we go. Egg salad. Alright, close.
This is gonna be fun.
Okie dokie. Then we're going to monitor. See if that works. Alright. Jason Statham, you had said.
So
Mhm.
he they were doing a stunt for one of the movies. I can't remember what movie it was, but Jason Statham was in a vehicle, and it lost brakes and went over a bridge and into the water, and he managed to get out. And when he got out, he's like, "Where's Sly?" or Sylvester Stallone, and Sylvester's got his video camera out, just
That's
recording the whole thing happen.
That's hilarious.
He's like, "I almost died," and he's just got his phone out.
Or all the times in Expendables where he tries to shoot someone around Jason Statham, and Statham goes, like, "You could have shot me." Taps his head. Yeah, he fakes his own death in Expendables 4, and then literally achieves nothing by coming back. It was one of those things where, like, oh no, Sylvester Stallone died, and then it turns out he faked his death, comes back at the last moment of the movie, but he comes back and he doesn't do anything. He comes back in a helicopter, shoots a guy that was already defeated, and then picks up Jason so he can get off a carrier ship that's about to explode.
Like, that's it.
It's it was a
That's-
waste. I would have picked a different moment for him to come back. Plenty of different moments for him to come back that would have been more impactful than waiting till Jason Statham, who basically carried the whole movie, did everything himself. Also, they made Megan Fox the lead actor in that movie, and she did not do a good job. It was very forced.
One movie I think I've ever actually seen with Megan Fox in it that I actually semi-liked was one of the Transformers. That was it.
I think the very
Isn't that
first
the
one.
very
very
first
first one? That had to have been the first one because it's when he meets Bumblebee.
It is. It's the first one.
And she disses Bumblebee and he goes and transforms.
She's like,
into
"How
something nice.
dare you diss me?" Just drops in the middle of the street, kicks him out, and drives away.
You can't do that. He's got feelings.
See, look what you did. He's driving away now. He's running away.
I love
Yes.
that movie. But I'm trying to think of another popular movie that I've seen with her, but I'm pretty 99.9% sure that is the only movie I've seen with her in it.
I'm trying to think of another movie I've watched with her in it, and I can't.
I'm surprised her and MGK are together. That
I've
was
heard,
a shock
I've heard some
for
stuff
me.
about that. Mm.
That's not good.
I'm trying to remember where I watched or read. I heard about it. I don't remember what, but
About the
apparently,
blood thing.
yeah, apparently the ring she wears.
It's got thorns, so
the
she
sword-
tries to
so
take
she
it off.
can't take it off. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and she's a little bit freaked out by it and stuff.
I didn't hear that she was freaked out by it, but
I don't know. There was something wrong with it. Something going on with it.
so it's got prongs that it's easy to slide on, but if you try to take it off, it basically like cuts you.
Yeah.
Megan Fox was like every schoolboy's dream.
Yeah. Yeah, she was.
Really?
Yeah.
20
Was it
years ago.
y'all's
Like,
dream?
So many
20
peop-
years ago.
So many people 20 years ago had her poster on their walls.
I never had a poster on my wall.
Most boys.
You're like a
do not
J-Lo.
hide in their
I'm
room.
I'm like a J-Lo.
Yeah, you got J-Lo over here.
I'm a J-Lo, huh?
Did you have a poster of J-Lo on your wall,
I
Kenny?
did not have a poster.
Did you have a poster of any actresses?
No.
See, there you go. I could see J-Lo being up on his wall.
Because I had no posters, therefore J-Lo.
Yep.
Is that your
Therefore
default
J-Lo.
setting?
Apparently.
For you, yeah.
For me?
Yeah.
For Tony, I could see probably like Celine Dion.
Who are these people?
He's not that old.
Who's J-Lo?
J-Lo? You don't know? Okay, hold on. Jennifer Lopez.
I'm starting to think that you're making this stuff up.
No.
Jennifer Lopez is a real person.
She's in the movie The Boy Next Door.
Never seen it.
Have
It's
you
probably a good thing.
Have you seen the movie Enough?
No, I have not.
Wow. And you guys say I don't watch movies.
We're gonna look up who J-Lo is.
Jennifer Lopez.
Jennifer Lopez. I might know that. Is she the one that's married to Ben Affleck?
I don't know
No.
who she's married
That,
to.
well, maybe that she. I think they were together at one point.
At one
That or
point.
Beyonce. See, all single ladies right there.
I know the song. I can't put a face to the name.
What?
Jennifer Lynn Affleck. She is married to Ben Affleck.
Yes, she is.
So I do know her because she's
So I
married to
do
Ben
know her.
Affleck.
She was in Shotgun Wearing. She was in Made in Manhattan.
Have I seen her in a movie yet? I don't know if I've seen her in a movie.
I've seen her in
She's
a bunch
voiced
of
two
dance
of the
movies.
Ice Age movies.
Mm-hmm. She's the White Tiger
Oh.
in Ice Age.
Have I seen you in any movie? I have
I didn't know she
seen.
voiced an ant. That's important.
Mm. Spirit, Matt. He
I
was
may have
so
seen
young.
Anaconda, but I don't recall her in Anaconda. I have seen none of these movies.
He's an action movie kind of guy.
I couldn't.
I've seen
make it.
Ice Age, but I don't recall her in it.
She's the
She's
White Tiger from Continental Drift.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah,
because
I've
I
seen none
love-
of these movies.
She's in a dance movie that I watched.
Isn't it Hustle or something like that?
I think so.
Yeah.
So, do you like? Okay. So, if you don't know actresses, do you know actors?
Yeah, of the 37 movies here, I've seen Ice Age. Oh, apparently she's in Ants, but I don't have no idea who she voices in Ants.
I don't either.
I'd have to rewatch it to tell you, and I haven't watched that movie in years.
Is that really all she's
I
in?
don't know, but
Just 37 movies?
going on in my ear.
Daggum.
Do you? Okay, so you don't clearly you don't know any actresses.
Kenny
Do you know
on
actors?
his wall. Tony Toth had Tom Cruise on his wall.
We were talking about. Oh, what's that guy's name?
Matt Hoffman? Is
No,
that
it's
his
not
name?
Matt Hoffman. It's nope.
No, it's not Jason
The
Statham.
Hoff. He's the guy from Baywatch.
Never seen it.
Yeah, there you go, David Hasselhoff. He abbreviated his name to the Hoff because of the SpongeBob movie.
Oh wait, there's a SpongeBob movie.
Oh,
Yep.
it came
With a
out.
live action David Hasselhoff.
in it, Yeah.
in a swimsuit paying homage to Baywatch.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
There's like this whole scene where he's like a speedboat through water and they're just
Yeah.
sitting on his back.
Have you seen the? It's a video game movie. And one of the video game people become alive. It's Ryan Reynolds, and they have a video clip.
Are you talking about Free Guy?
And they have a video. How much do you think the cameo of Chris Evans got? Or not Chris Evans? Is it Chris Evans?
Chris Evans is
was in
Captain
there.
America.
How much do you think it cost the cameo for him to come in?
Just a little shot of him. What the?
Yeah. Like.
There
I
was a
would
lot of
love-
cameos. Jacksepticeye was in.
There was a lot.
Free Guy.
Yeah.
There was probably other streamers in there, but he was the big one that I noticed.
Yeah. Jacksepticeye was in there. Who else was in there that was
I don't
really
remember
big?
who else was in there. Yeah, but Jacksepticeye was in Free Guy.
Yes, he
That's one
was.
of the streamers like, what is this about?
There was a good portion of YouTubers that were on there.
We weren't on there.
No, we were not.
How big do we have to be in order to be Free Guy?
Probably
Right?
Joe Rogan big.
You know how funny it would have been if Joe Rogan was in Free Guy? And just on his podcast, like, what is happening?
That would be funny, actually.
I would love that. Oh, we need to have another Free Guy movie, and Joe Rogan has to have a cameo.
Right.
Yes.
Who was the actress? The
The one played
her
Millie.
player.
I have no idea.
Her face was the same in real life.
I don't know.
The guy
Because
that looks
I
like
didn't
Millie.
know her. Like they put Ryan Reynolds, a big name, in there, and then they put her in, and I'm like, who is this? Like,
There's plenty of people that got their start somewhere.
I'm
Well,
so
it's kind of
sad.
like the other guy that plays that's teamed up with Millie. He was in Stranger Things.
You're in Stranger Things.
I never
I
saw
never
Stranger
got into
Things.
that, actually.
I've never watched it
My
either.
cousin did.
I
She got
don't
really
do
into that
any
one.
kind of like spooky nothing. So I
Spooky
was like,
nothing?
no.
I know what other movie I've seen Megan Fox in.
Yes. Zach.
Jennifer's Body.
We discovered it was David Hasselhoff. Thank you.
That was the movie that I tried to get you to watch. And just the first opening thing was when she looked like she was dead drawing in her notebook, and you see the one gal standing at her window. You freaked and were like, no, 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 no,
Nope,
and ran.
nope. Give me any sort of creepy vibes, I'm out. My husband's the same way, so it's perfect. It works great in our house. We don't have any horror movies ever.
The losers.
I got scared off of one of the Harry Potters. That tells you enough. Like,
I mean, I
that tells you the whole.
can get creeped out by the Harry Potter movies too.
So I was like 5 to 7, right in there, and I walked out on a scene where one of the giant flipping spiders snatched the redheaded kid out of the passenger
Oh,
seat
Ron.
of a truck. And I hate spiders, so I was
It's-
like,
it's
no,
not a
I ain't
truck.
ever watching
It's-
this thing.
It's not a truck. It's a little car.
I remember when
it's
I
by
was little
itself.
thinking Thriller,
Your
the
little
Michael
car.
Jackson movie video was scary. We would
Oh,
sit.
Thriller.
Yeah. I came out when I was like 4.
It makes me feel so bad because I watch horror movies to go to sleep and listen to murder things to go to sleep and
Okay, I can do
Make-
ID channel. I can totally do ID channel and listen to how people died and like
Listen to hot
That-
people die.
yeah, and
People die.
like murders. I can totally do that. I
Did
can.
she say hot people die?
How?
Oh, I can listen to
How?
hot people die all day. Like, oh, okay. Nothing against
No.
hot people.
That's a little weird. But
I could listen to hot people die too.
I think the only thing that would come close to a scary movie that she could watch is actually Scary Movie.
Oh, the parody.
Yeah, that would probably be the only one that she would be able to come close to watching. Cause
Technically-
Even when I
nothing
watched
in it.
Scary Movie, I thought the
technically-
Grudge joke was still spooky to me. Like,
I'm gonna
mm-mm.
shock the crap out of you right now. Technically, I have watched Insidious, and I have watched Paranormal Activity 1 and 2. That's about all I've seen.
Yeah.
And I watched Insidious behind a wall. Like, hold on. I know
She
they
was hiding
can't.
behind the wall
I know
with
they
one
can't see
eyebrow
this, but
out.
I was literally like this.
She walked up and,
then when it gets scary,
stood in the hallway.
I literally hid behind a wall. Nope.
You didn't even watch Annabelle. As soon as the words "based off a true story" popped up on the screen, you ran out of the room.
I watched it partway.
You watched the first 5 minutes, and as soon as the doll showed up,
Do you like horror
freaked.
movies?
No. The last horror movie I watched
see?
because my
This is
roommate,
my guy right here.
my roommate made me go watch that doll movie.
Megan.
Megan, yeah, he made
Yeah.
me go watch Megan with him. And I sat through that movie in the theater, and daggum,
I know.
there's just an obsessive relationship, is all that is.
Yep. Well,
You're holding it.
you gotta think that they're starting to do that stuff though,
What?
with the dolls and the AIs and the talking, and they're trying to at least.
I think the one.
Yeah, but they're coming nowhere close to that.
The
No.
one scary movie that I thought was a little freaky that made me wonder if what was going to happen, don't mess with my list,
I'm not messing with your list.
was Unfriended.
I see you didn't do this
Never
all
seen
by
it.
yourself
Well,
either.
obviously you haven't seen it. So literally the entire movie, you look like you're looking at a computer screen. You can see like the Skype calls and everything like that. And like people in the Skype calls will die from a
Just-
girl who was already dead. Like she's going back and killing people. It's literally looking like you're looking at
A Skype call.
the Skype call and a computer screen the entire movie. So you have no idea what's going on to the actual people. You don't see what they're actually doing. You just see the screen. It's freaking weird.
Mhm.
Heath won't let me watch that Inception movie
Why?
because he says it's confusing. So every time I want to watch it, he's like, "No."
So
Then just
when
watch
you're-
it.
when
I'm
you're
gonna watch
there.
it when he goes to bed one of
Aha!
these days.
The overlay hath activated.
The overlay have activated. I see it loading.
Oh, it's trying. It's trying. Oh, Lord, have mercy. It's trying so hard. It's giving its best effort.
Children of the Corn.
I did not make it through that one. I
have
made
never
it to the
watched it.
part where all the kids were around some lady hanging off a scarecrow looking thing, and I was done.
All right, it should be playing on your
I
phone.
Probably won. I probably won.
she probably watched the newer
Because
version
I was
of it.
little. This is why I have bad problems with this stuff, because I was little.
I had. That's why I don't like corn.
Okay.
Cornfield.
Try seeing that scene, and then the next week go into the cornfield that Field of Dreams. Field of Dreams was done in.
I am so excited. I need to find somebody to go watch the new Saw movie with me.
I want to
They're-
find
No.
somebody
It's fine.
to go to the
There's-
haunted corn maze with me this year.
Are you
I'll
a
go with
psycho?
you.
I will do that. Okay, so I don't like being scared.
I
Or I
thought-
don't do
asked
horror
you
movies, but I will go.
I asked you last night if you wanted to go to the haunted house thing at the
Haunted
Uh,
house. Okay,
sundown.
haunted house.
Well,
It's
At least
no
something with the
different than
overlay is
freaking corn
janky.
maze.
Okay, in a haunted house, you got somebody around every single corner. In a corn maze, I got like 50 feet before I see somebody else.
Depends on which route you take.
Yeah, and I also have to figure out.
Come
the
on.
route.
Come on.
I don't
thingy.
like the people that the day before they look up the aerial view and figure out the maze from there. Like that's cheating.
I don't do that. I walk through and I mean,
I lost friends.
Jiminy
Were you
Snickers.
the year that I lost everybody?
The overlay
Yeah.
is so bad.
you and Heath.
And Autumn
I
was
met, I met
mad.
you and Heath.
Heath and I haven't gone.
No, yeah, it was you and Heath that went. It was me and Justin that went. Or no, it wasn't me and Justin. You and somebody went. Oh, it was you and Lynn.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the year that you lost everybody because I was with Justin. We all went in. I lost you, and then I lost Justin, and then I remember
I
you
ended up
did-
with some random group. I
You-
was
you
like,
did.
can I just go with you guys? And they're like, yep.
And then you got stuck in the barn and freaked out and wouldn't go past the barn. That's where we
Daggum.
found
Okay,
you.
well, when you're trying to go through there and someone's literally like staring at you, hanging out a window, it's real hard to walk by them. Just saying.
It's been doing that the whole time, okay?
No, it wasn't.
I
Yes, it
like
has.
going,
I've been watching it do
and
that
then
the
there's
whole time.
the nights
I
that I
haven't done
do, I
anything.
don't go to bed.
You? Miss not offering anything helpful?
Somebody jumps out at me. Bam!
That's that's what Heath said.
The same spot that you got scared, that guy in the barn jumped out at Justin. I remember Justin literally falling over and scrambling away on his back, just freaking out.
The worst year from going to the haunted corn maze had to have been the year that I lost my group. I didn't know you yet because I was with my Milk Free Water friends.
Yeah.
I lost my group. My sister was there. I mean, I was literally going through this whole thing alone. And I would try to find groups, and then the groups would go the other way of me, and I'm like, this isn't working. So, I right after, and I mean, I was upset afterwards because I was terrified because I was alone. It was when we had the Suburban. This guy with a chainsaw opens up the door while all the lights are off in the Suburban, sticks the chainsaw in the door, and starts it. I literally crawled
That's when you,
into
like,
the
got
very back of the Suburban on
And
top of somebody's lap. I was like, no.
This was at where?
Scary Corn Maze in Walla Walla.
Okay, because I remember I watched that happen to someone, but it was over down in Hepner, I believe.
Yeah, that was terrifying. And there was like 6 girls in the back of the Suburban all screaming. It was great. It was so great.
Yeah, no. There was one year that I went with my sister. I don't remember who I was dating at the time. And then Parley went. Parley Haskett and somebody else that he brought went with him. And we met my sister at her dad's apartment. I made Parley look like he was bleeding blood or crying blood.
There we
And then
go.
we all went, and then I literally strutted around the corn maze giving no craps, and every guy that popped out of me went, hi!
Oh, I got scared right out the gate one year. And it was where they had that mattress in the ground.
Oh.
I couldn't get off. Like, I was like army crawling off the mattress to get away. I was like, oh, heck no. Like, it was.
She was for
full.
we should make that a year move thing when it opens.
It is open.
You want to go to
Yes.
Yeah. we
scary
should.
something or other?
Yes.
Haunted Corn Maze. Not the haunted house. I ain't going to the haunted house. I'll go to the haunted corn maze.
That's fine.
What's the difference?
Okay. In a corn maze, like I was explaining, you
She
have
has
like
room to
100
run.
feet. And you can run. You cannot run. No, if I run in a haunted house, I'm gonna hit the wall.
I want to
I
go to the
can
haunted house. I need to
promise
find
you.
somebody to go to the haunted house with me. I would like to do the
Go
haunted
with
house.
Tony.
Yeah, Tony would freaking fall over and not be able to get back up.
Rude.
I can see it.
You would laugh just as much as I would. Do not even try.
Yeah, but I would at least help him back up.
After we laughed.
No, while I'm laughing. Because I got to get him out of
I
there,
can
too.
see Ian leaving everybody.
He's
He's just like, this ain't no big
They
deal.
have to literally pat Ian down to make sure he was carrying nothing, or Ian would start pulling things and shooting people.
You know, for Heath not doing horror, the nights that I wake him up because I hear crap outside, he does pretty good. But he's usually armed.
Yeah, just he doesn't wake up for crap.
I will. I'll go in there and I'll bang. Like, I will bang on the door because sometimes I get locked out of our room because it just locks. And I'll go bang. Well, it was one night it got locked. And I was like, I kicked our door in. And I was like, there is somebody feeling like, because I saw somebody. We had a horse trailer, so we have,
See, I've been
Our house, our backyard.
Sleeper.
and then there's an alley, but between the alley and our fence, there's a parking spot where we had a horse trailer.
All right.
And somebody walked and they were fiddling with our horse trailer, and I saw them because our dogs went nuts. And I saw this really tall figure walk, and I was like, oh, heck no. I locked my dogs outside. So they were on their own. And then I went and banged on the door, and I think like I finally got so freaked out, I kicked the door in, and I looked at Heath, and I was like, someone's out back messing with our stuff. You need to get up and go outside. This dude in his boxers walks outside armed with a .44 revolver, like no big deal, and he's like, "You're
Do you have a
fine."
flashlight?
No.
You're just out in the dark with a
He's
gun.
just out in the dark, and I was like, our neighbors right now are
That's
probably
no
like,
better than what my
"These
grandpa
people."
did. So up there in Dayton,
Mhm.
they're quite a ways out of town. There's not many neighbors around there, and it's a bit away.
Mhm.
So they have a problem with bears up there. Grandpa's got so many bear stories that he's about been eaten. So one of these times, there was a bear on the back porch, and the back porch is separate, kind of like how mine is,
Mhm.
except for it's just it was just a screen door or whatever. It was a bear on the back porch. My grandma heard it. They heard it rustling around. Grandpa was laying on the couch because it was really hot. And in his naked glory, ran after the bear with the pistol, was shooting at the bear as it climbed up the tree, and just standing in the front yard, naked with a pistol. I'm going, I wasn't there for that. I was told about this.
There's mornings that I really wonder if our neighbors think we're nuts.
Why?
Because there was a morning where I woke Heath up, and here he is walking outside with a towel around his waist. Like, and I'm like, do you not care? He's like, they'll look away.
Look away.
Like, come on.
That's what
But-
my dad wants to do. He wants to own a place where he can walk out on the front porch and
Just
pee off the
bare-naked.
front porch and like no one can see him do it.
Just bare necking it.
Yep. Not that that's what he wants to do, but like that's how he describes privacy. Like I want to
Have
live
you
somewhere
ever
with that
had
level.
issues with like creepy people? I mean, I have a
Not
bunch
really.
of stories. Someone kicked Maisie. Remember that story?
I remember.
I had an old dog, kind of like Sandy, and it's just like when I was in 6th grade, and she was barking a lot, and she wasn't a big barker, and I went outside and I was like, Mom, she's barking a lot. My mom's like, go get your sister, like no big deal, like nothing's happening. Me and my sister, it was the wall and then a corner into her carport, and the gate was right off that corner, and you can see over it. So we get around that corner and someone comes running and my dog is like screaming. And as and I shoved my sister, because I don't do horror, I shoved my sister out of the way and ran
On the
back in
floor
Yep.
to your right,
Mhm.
on the floor to your right is a
Mhm.
bag
Okay.
with drinks in it.
What do you want?
Put on the table.
Water! Agua. What is that?
That is core.
That's it. That's all I got. That's all that's in there.
Yeah, it's just 4 bottles of each.
It's supposed to be like a healthy chocolate milk.
It is. You should see how much sugar's in that.
None. Is that what's in it? How much sugar is in it?
5 grams. That cannot be right. Sodium's 260 milligrams.
Let me see.
Yeah, that's milligrams.
5 grams of sugar.
Yeah.
How much is in Coke?
A lot
Lot.
more than that.
A lot.
There's
If
hey.
this tastes good, then I'm buying this.
Okay. Zach in our chat, you remember our discussion about Mountain Dew?
Oh my god.
Because Mountain Dew's got over 100% of your daily value of sugar in one can.
My dad used to drink that, and that's all he would drink every day.
The only Mountain Dew that I actually liked was the Throwback Mountain Dew.
Throwback Mountain
There's,
Dew?
I don't
They
exactly
don't make it
remember
anymore.
how much, but it's like 125% sugar. And the percentage on these, so when we look at the nutritional facts, when it gives the percentages over here on the right side, that's of your daily value. That's not like how much of this product it is, because that's down here at the very bottom. The percentages of your daily value. So this has 52% of your daily value of protein in it.
That's not bad.
This has got 26 grams of protein. It's got dietary fiber 2 grams, total sugars 5 grams, includes 0 grams of added sugars, 0%. So this is really good if you're trying to build muscle mass. I endorse this. Totally an ad, even though they don't know anything about me. Because if Tony was here, he'd try and cut me off. But here I am, Core Power. This one is chocolate flavored.
Okay. I'm gonna jump back on topic. What?
With that subject, what
Asking a question.
if you work constantly,
If I work constantly.
physically,
Okay.
do you need more sugar or less?
If I work constantly or physically. So sugar is a quick energy release. It doesn't add to anything in your body. Where sugar becomes a problem is if you consume too much of it, you have that quick energy release, but if you're not expending that energy, it becomes quickly stored.
I'm a sugar fiend. Like, you know I'm a sugar fiend.
I have a sweet tooth like no other, just like you do. So
My job requires a lot of energy to
course.
run through.
Well, if you require a lot of energy, a healthier thing that will give you more nutrients, because sugar doesn't give you nutrients, would be carbohydrates, like breads, pastas. Those give you better nutritional value and quicker releases of energy.
I'm making you. I gotta make spaghetti sometime this week because Paisley wants spaghetti. So you're getting spaghetti for lunch someday.
So that's my answer to you on that.
You had something?
Here's why I so I
Yeah, and I totally spaced it.
can chime in and
Oh, I was gonna hop back and see and ask Kenny again because I don't remember his answer because I have Dory. But have you ever been through like a situation that you've been terrified because of somebody else being around your place?
One time, I thought there was, because in my house, my room has a window to the backyard, and my shades are always up and whatnot because it doesn't bother me. I'm so much of a people person that even intruders are like, "Hey, what's going on?" So
No.
I thought I heard someone in the backyard, but the thing about this window is that even with it open, I can't really see into the backyard because it's dark. I have people on all sides. There's not really, unless there's moonlight, I can't really see what's going on in the backyard. And then if the light's on in my room, it's just like me staring into a black window. Just like I don't know if anyone's. I could walk up to my window and someone could be
shut my
right there.
curtains so fast.
But I was just like, hello, no, all right. You know, I've never pulled out my gun in a while, and so I walked over in my room, pulled out my gun, which is this super machismo, really bad Caltech is the one I use, because that one's always loaded. And Arms of Zeus says, say hello to my chat. Hello, I don't know. Arms of Zeus, what do you mean say hello to my chat? Are you live streaming at the same time as we're live streaming? Hashtag not an ad. Yes. Thank you, David. But what was so crazy about this weapon is it had a trigger guard on it, but the key stopped working for some reason. Like it couldn't turn it. So I took out my Leatherman and I ripped the trigger guard off, which just shows you the quality of that trigger guard. And I went outside with my phone light and I was shirtless. And I was like, this is super hillbilly. There was nobody there, but I was like, I kind of figured whatever. And that's about the only time I've ever done that, and it's because like I purposely exaggerated my response to it because I didn't really care if someone was in my backyard. Like, what are they gonna do? Turn on my sprinkler?
Kill you?
Yeah, kill me?
That's like a last resort there. They could break in and kill you.
I'd rather they not, but if they did, they're gonna find out.
They're gonna come on, buddy, let's go.
I'm fairly confident in myself. If you wander into my backyard for whatever reason, your intent is to try and kill me,
I have no confidence.
you
'cause
better have a
the
force
only
multiplier.
thing near me that is loaded is a 12 gauge, and I can tell you right now, I'm getting blown back into the wall because I don't shoot ever unless it's a 9mm, and I don't have one of those. So
You should probably look into getting one.
I can't right now, but that's a different story for a different day.
Have you tasted this yet?
No. You want me to?
I mean, you said you were gonna buy it if it tastes good. I don't mind chalky flavored protein things though.
That's actually not that bad. Surprisingly.
Don't ask me to try it. I ain't trying it.
It's not a horror movie.
Picky eater for life.
I was a picky eater for a long time, and then at some point, and I couldn't tell you when. I don't know when it happened, but at some point, I just stopped caring.
Everyone says like, oh, once you become a mom, you'll have to try stuff, and I was like, nope, he can try stuff with his dad. I'm good. We are a-okay over
I don't
here.
know what it was.
If it's something that I know I don't like, I try it every once in a couple of years. Like sushi, I don't like sushi at all. It makes me want to puke. But I'll try it every couple of years just to make sure I still don't like it.
I won't eat fish. He loves to be like, try this, and I'm like,
I can't eat
because
fish.
I have watched him pull like tines, like bone tines, like small
Mm-hmm.
sliver things off of trout, and I'm like, I'm not putting that in my mouth.
That's what the ribs are. Those little things that he pulls out is literally the bones that are in the fish. That's
No, no,
there.
I'm good. He has a bunch of steelhead that they're smoking tonight,
gross.
Cool.
and then they're gonna
can't eat
caramelize.
Who's
it tomorrow.
they?
His brother Gannon,
You know, those
Oh,
Cayman over
I have.
again.
You know, I've never met his brother Gannon.
because he's out of Pilot Rock, and he's a trucker, so he's like never around.
I've heard a lot of stories about Gannon, but I've never met him. What a wild name, Gannon.
You could tell a lot of stories about Gannon.
But-
I've only heard a couple.
Because apparently he moved out before I met Heath and Reese
When did you meet Heath and Reese?
when they were really little.
Gannon moved out when
He didn't live with them.
maybe well, I know that Matt had custody of Cooper and Gannon, and Stacy had custody of Reese and Heath.
Yeah, I've never met them because they never lived with Heath and Reese.
When they were really little, like when Stacy and Matt
They
were together.
they moved out before I met them. Then
And then Matt and her must have moved. I don't know all the years, and I tried not to get into that. I'm just trying to be the neutral. Hey,
Yeah.
talk to people. But what's another? I'm trying
is
to
Heath
think.
still jacked?
Jacked?
Yeah, he was big and bulky when he was a kid too.
I mean, his
He stopped being
shoulders
squishy.
and his arms, but I mean, his belly's a little,
Well, he grew
little
up, that's what
comfortable.
happened.
He's not like. No
He's a
offense.
little bit more.
I'm gonna say this ahead of time. No offense. He's not like Tony. But
Yeah, I get
he's
that.
kind of like Ian, actually.
Hey, congratulations, David, on your affiliation.
What,
Trying to promote you guys with my chat. Oh, I see. So just so that I can hear about your success, what exactly are you affiliated with? Is this?
Yeah, he's a lot more. No, I
Into
guess
the
not a
chat.
lot. He's a lot more squishy than when I met Heath.
Oh yeah, Heath was
Heath
skinnier.
was like
a
this
rail when we
big
first got together.
When I met him,
But I was also a rail when we first got together, and now look at me.
he
Now
just
I
had a
got
baby.
straight mom bod.
So do I.
You rock it a little better than I do.
Not really. The only reason I do
Ah.
is because I've had a big butt
Hmm.
my entire life, so it doesn't really change much.
I have not.
You've got nothing to you. You're a beanpole.
But I bet you I could do a plank longer than anyone else here.
Probably.
How long can you do a plank for?
I can do a plank for 4 minutes.
Okay, no. I can do like 2 minutes, so you got
You
me
remember
beat.
that
My dad. Okay, funny story while we're on this. Do you want to tell yours first?
Sure.
Okay.
So.
Nice, David. That's cool to see that you're an affiliate with Twitch.
Do you remember the push-up challenge? It's the song's Flower. It's like the beginning song and then Gone in 60 Seconds. You did the challenge, Kenny.
I did a challenge.
Yes, we did it when we were still living in the church.
What challenge is this?
The push-up challenge.
Oh yeah, we even filmed it. It's
Yes, we did.
shameless plug for our TikTok.
Like the bring Sally up, and
YourMoveStudios.tiktok.
as soon as when they did their little thing in between, he would sit there and just like.
I was
Move.
because it's a song that plays and it's bring Sally up, bring Sally down,
Oh.
and I would do push-ups the whole time. And David and I were both doing it, but like as we were waiting for the command, I would sit there like
Yeah, he was. I've got the video to show it too.
Like dancing.
I was dancing while in the push-up position, waiting for the command.
And like the challenge was to do it for like the whole song.
Kenny is a plank.
This is true to me. This is very true.
So, I'm going to tell my story. You'll find this really funny since we're on this topic of planks. So, my dad, it was right after I had gotten out of shape. It was like had to have been a year or two out of high school. And I no longer had abs, and I was just getting back into doing planks again because that's how I got them. And my dad's like 48 years old, smoking a cigarette, and he's like, I bet you I can do it longer than you. And I was like, I don't think so.
Oh, I remember this.
So we were out in the park and we set up into planks, and my dad is smoking a cigarette as we're doing this. We get 2 minutes in and I'm like, okay, I'm burning out, and my dad's just like, how you doing? As he's smoking a cigarette right next to me. I was like,
holding up with one arm and.
yep, like no big deal. And I was like, okay, I'm losing. I'll just tap out now.
We'll have to do that next time, David. The person that's more equipped to do something like that is Tony.
Not here.
Unfortunately, I am not technologically proficient enough to
Is he gonna show up
make
at all
that
tonight?
happen. At least not without practice. Good luck in your tournament, though. I'll definitely
I
put
showed up to
word
make
in
moves
Tony's
for
ear
him.
for next time, and then we will do a cross stream where you stream us and we'll stream you. We'll see what kind of chicanery we can come up with.
Does your snake still bite?
Your snake bites?
She hasn't bitten anybody.
It's like it's a snake.
She hasn't bitten anybody.
It's like, oh no, snake bites?
got her.
Still try?
No, not really. She hasn't in a while.
Okay, well.
What's the
then never mind.
tournament for, David?
I need to speak.
Monsieur Alms of Zeus.
Where the heck is my traffic tunnel?
Because I imagine it's for Rocket League. But one cannot be too cautious. Did you just take a picture of her
Yes, I'm berating Tony.
berating Tony? Why, because he's not
I
here?
thought she was taking a picture of you two. I was like, oh, okay. And then I was, you said, yeah.
She caught you at your best angle.
That's a very interesting face you have there.
Because I'm
Literally
like,
the look that you
"It's all I
have.
know."
Egg salad.
All my liquor, though, on the current moment is on my back porch, so.
Nice. Wait, say that again?
All my alcohol sitting on my back porch.
Is your microphone on?
Yes, it is.
Okay. For some reason, I wasn't catching you in my head when you were saying that. Because I'm psychically linked.
Psychically linked.
Yeah, to your microphones. We had this funny thing happen at
Is
work
he
today.
going through his witching hour at the moment?
Ooh.
Or is he asleep?
He's been asleep all day. He's going through a growth spurt. Oh, by the way.
Oh, baby? Nuh-uh.
It scares me because, like, last time he went through a growth spurt, his naps were about 3 hours. Right now he's going through a growth spurt. They're like 5 to 6. I'm like,
Oh, is he eating a bunch when he's awake?
yeah.
Oh, that'll do it. Yep. It looks like a growth spurt. Yeah, it appears that baby is made of baby.
Baby has made a baby. I am the youngest here, aren't I?
Yeah, you were the baby for the longest time.
I
Still
feel
am.
I like to say that when because you know pre-trip, right,
Yeah.
Taylor? I like to open up the hood when I talk to people. I'm like, yep, it appears the engine's made of engine.
Engine's made of engine.
Mechanic 100.
Oh, I don't know who it was, but at some point last week when I was taking my brother who missed the bus to the middle school, I
Mhm.
don't know who it was. I wasn't paying attention, but somebody turned from Southgate onto Tutuwela without a turn signal. And I don't know who it was.
And then flip me off.
Like
In a school bus.
Excuse me, what?
We're talking about in a school bus.
Yeah.
Somebody
Somebody like cut me off and flipped me off
in a school bus.
because they were like flooring it.
In a s-
Yeah.
A bus driver did that to you.
Yeah, it was some chick.
Was it one
Do
of
you
the
have
panel
any
buses?
more descriptors that we shall not talk about here? I would like for you to write down the details.
Why are you like the head of it?
I am part of the safety team.
Yeah, he's part of the safety team.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
But yeah, no, they turned and didn't use a turn signal from Southgate onto Tutuila, and it was a green light, but still, even I would have gotten yelled for that.
Were they in
Up
the
there.
turn lane or were they coming down?
They were coming down.
So they turned
They
right.
were coming down Southgate. They were in the not the turn lane to go like
They were in the right-hand lane, turning right.
yeah.
Okay.
Don't you guys love the podcast people in the chat? Don't you love when work happens on the podcast?
It happens quite often because I think
I haven't worked in
literally
7
most
weeks. I'm
likely
good.
An hour of the podcast last week was nothing but pre-trip talk.
I haven't worked in 7 weeks, so I'm good.
I haven't worked in 3 years. Shut up.
Tony and I have gone to lengths about our job. We try to be as omission as possible as about the greater details, but we have our feelings about our job.
What are
So-
you looking at?
Probably time.
Yes, I was looking at time.
Faulty Chicks.
So, what is the last movie you guys watched?
The very last movie I watched. That's a good question. I think the very last movie
I shouldn't ask that question because now I have to answer it.
was
and-
probably Expendables 4.
When was
Like
that?
like the newest movie we've watched.
No, just the most
Oh.
recent.
Should
one.
be
most
Kung
recent
Fury, but
movie
I
I
forgot
watched?
to watch that. Unfortunately,
Have you seen The Old Guard?
I don't think I have.
Oh, it's on Netflix. That is an awesome movie.
What was the last movie that I watched?
The Old Guard. That sounds familiar, though.
Lo and behold, he arrives.
Is that about like the Immortals?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Immortal people, yeah.
Hey! Our actual chair guy has arrived.
But he does not look prepared
Was
to take
that
over
a
the chair.
mouse?
No, especially not this chair.
Cross your
Where's your
windowsill.
other sturdy chair?
I don't know. There's a big Tony in the way. Move.
It went that way. It's like behind the empty bottle stuff.
Why is your chair all the way over there?
I don't know. It was like this big, and I saw it run. So I was like, I don't know.
Talking about a mouse, not a chair.
So, where's your other chair?
5 more. I don't know, but we're also down to mic
Why are we down a mic?
because no one plugged their mic in.
Plugged what mic in?
A mic for me.
Where's the other mics?
No, no.
Taylor, where are the other mics at?
We can always share too.
I'll just share with mine.
Hey,
Tony's here!
I'm gonna sit with you.
Do you want a
apparently,
chair?
good news. David is now an affiliate with Twitch.
What?
David is now an affiliate with Twitch.
Yeah, I know. I was a part of. I was there that night when he got his affiliation. Which, by the way, congratulations, David, and hi to the rest of Your Move Studios. I am
Yeah.
finally here. I was off doing parental stuff, so
Psh, you're not
Yeah.
a parent. What, you
I
got like
was.
a half a kid?
close. 14.
Yep.
I'm glad you got the math right on that.
I know, right?
I'm actually kind of surprised.
I don't know how you can do.
Is this yours?
I don't know how you can do 7 kids.
Yeah,
I'm
I know
hardly
this
making
isn't
it
for
with
me.
one.
Yeah.
I don't know how I do it with 7 kids either, because I didn't.
This isn't for me.
That's for me. Thank you. That's mine.
I brought Waters and Core.
Waters. Oh, what the crap! I'm just gonna use here. I'm just gonna share with Lauren.
That wasn't very nice, Taylor.
Well, no, because it might mess up the it might mess up the stuff. So we're just at this point in time just share.
Just make it work at this rate.
Yeah, just making it work. That's what we're gonna do. Just duct tape this thing like we normally do. And
Duct tape it?
Yep, we're gonna duct tape it just like we normally do.
I don't know what was up with the
that.
overlay, but the overlay was not working when we tried to get this thing
Yeah.
started.
It didn't start
It
working
And so
until
I,
like 10 minutes
I
ago.
finally just did like the old trick of turn it
Yeah.
off, turn it back on, and it worked.
Sometimes that's what you got to do.
It was saying that it couldn't find your video in your internal storage.
That is highly possible that the OneDrive didn't sync up right away.
And then for some reason, like the video that was put
Ouch.
on the
Lauren's
OBS,
got ideas.
the
I'm not sure if I should be terrified.
What doing?
I don't know. Lauren says she's got ideas.
Oh, she's grabbing that.
Oh.
Did you break your other chair?
No, I didn't. I usually have my own chair that I bring for studio, but
Yeah,
it's
but
in,
she's got 2 of those, doesn't she?
no.
No, I haven't had
Oh.
2 in a while.
Yeah, because it broke.
Yeah, it broke it. They're,
Yeah.
gonna use the bench desk.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
So,
Please don't break my piano bench.
you're a piano
Is that a
bench.
fat joke?
Yes.
Jiminy Snickers to lower.
Lauren and I,
We'll
we
lean
just got
way.
this.
We got this. We're just cozy
You know
over
what
here.
the sad
Yep.
part about having podcast tonight?
What?
There's something
Tonight
sad
was
about
the
it.
grand opening of Letter X.
What's letter X?
Letter Axe is that axe throwing place that I think has a stupid name.
Oh, it's the grand opening
I
tonight.
ain't going. Do you know how many fails I have seen where the axe comes back at you and my reaction time is
They
like,
have people there to teach,
no, my
but
reaction
it
time
was
is way
supposed
too slow.
to be because it's Friday the 13th, so they're
I would-
the opening night was everybody dress up as your
Wait, is
favorite
it,
I
Friday.
would-
it is Friday the 13th.
It is Friday
Dress
the
up as
13th.
your favorite Friday the 13th character from the movie.
I would have
Interactive.
loved to have gone at all this week there. I actually got their open and close times on the phone.
We're gonna have to go.
I was 8. They closed at 8. So I took Gabe home one day and I deliberately detoured and stopped by there and kicked him out of my van so he can go and take a picture of their schedule times right there in the
told you they
middle of Main
closed at
Street.
8.
I know, but I wasn't sure if it was just for that day or if it was like an ongoing thing. So like it was the next week. It was podcast. It was last week. Why? Am I super loud?
It sounds gargled when you have it really close.
You
to your
sound
face.
gargled.
I can't make the comment I just wanted to make. I can't say it.
Anyways,
Mhm.
I wanted to. So I drove by deliberately.
like
detoured
dragons?
last week and did that.
Like dragons.
That's what that made me think of when you're like, I can't say that. Do you like dragons?
So, but yeah, no, I want to go there and
I
want to chuck
we
axes
have
at
decided,
walls.
without you, by the way, that we are going to make a You Move Studios trip to Walla Walla and go to the corn maze.
Yes.
So first
Scary
off,
corn maze.
I didn't have any way in on that. That was just Taylor deciding that.
first off, if we were to take a vote on that, I would 100% vote yay to do this. I mean, let's go. Let's do
The
it
other
right now.
I mean, it's gonna have to be a D&D thingy because I'm not 100% with
How
this.
crazy would that be to D&D in a corn maze?
I don't think they're gonna
I think they
actually
would get
let
pretty
us.
upset
See,
with us
so-
if we brought
so-
like a collapsible table set up somewhere in like a
All
big
right,
clearing.
So in realistic, this would be is not so much as D&D as us LARPing through a corn maze.
How do I LARP as the DM?
All of my alcohol.
What's that?
is on
How do
your
I LARP
board.
as the DM?
You would just dress up like God.
Oh, you can.
dress up like God.
That's no, not
I
God.
am the
not
luminescent
God.
being.
Not God.
But
That's-
technically, in lore, I'm above that luminescent
So-
being.
Not
so-
that door.
So
the
no,
other
you
door.
would not dress up like
It's
God.
outside
We
on
would
the
just
back
get you a name tag that says Jim.
Jim.
Go up in
Jim.
that door.
I am Jim. Hello, my name is Jim. There was a body fluid kit over in Hermiston that was sealed by "Hello, my name is" tags.
Oh, you should have taken a picture of that. Hello, my name is Bodily Fluids Kit.
Yeah, but it didn't say. It didn't have any name filled out on it. It's just the tag that says "Hello, my name is," and then it was blank. And it was used. That sticker was used to seal the body fluid kit.
You should have put hello, my name is, and you should have wrote on there sealed.
Sealed. Hello, my name is sealed.
Sealed.
My
That would've
name
been
is Wood.
so great.
My name is who? My name is Wicca
What do we got
Wicca.
here?
Slim
Hold
sealed.
on, I gotta get her my phone.
Kenny is a plank.
Oh, we were talking about planking.
Here you go.
Yeah, we were talking about
That's where that
planking.
came from.
Oh, okay.
Because I told him I could plank for 4 minutes, and then obviously
I-
David was like, "Kenny is a plank."
I cannot do that. Let's
Can you do like a front leaning plank?
I don't know what that is. Oh yeah, dude, I lean on stuff all the time.
Yeah, but let's see how horizontal we can get you.
I do push-ups like that.
Let's go.
Let's
'cause I
see
can't
how
do-
horizontally we can
Because I
get you.
can't do push-ups.
Expensive.
any
Can you
other
do
way.
push-ups on a
Hopefully
chair?
he's okay with it.
I don't know.
On the seat of the chair, not the back.
So I don't know if this here's far away from the computer, but if it does, it heard me talk
What is
about
this?
I'm
No.
not hearing you in the microphone.
because I know what that is.
That's the closest thing I have, and she's making. the-
Neither of you are talking into a microphone right now.
I can make it light.
I'm
There you
talking
go.
into the microphone.
I can make it light. I'll make it light. Do not, Taylor. You're gonna drug him. Here you go.
I did that last week.
That's the second time that she's done that.
Are you drugging him?
Technically, I'm not drugging him tonight.
Tonight?
Tonight? Wait, what?
What's happening?
Hold on a second.
What's going on?
Let's elaborate
The
on
last
this.
D&D night was the first time I had that bottle of tequila, and I felt like that's half full.
Surprisingly, didn't phase me. That was weird.
He drank 2 of those things. My tall glasses, and like half of it was tequila.
Did you have like a heavy dinner or something?
Well, yeah, because she showed me what she put in there, and normally I don't react well on tequila, but
Apparently, you don't
surprisingly
mind that one.
didn't phase me.
Okay.
And it was strong
Wild.
too.
You know what? You either had like a fat lunch or dinner prior to eating that,
I paid, like,
or it's your
$60
sheer
for a
girth
bottle.
that is just distributing that.
It's 100% my girth. It can't. There is no other explanation besides the mass that is Tony.
So
Dispensing.
the other thing we were talking about is that the Sundown is putting on a haunted house.
I'm not going to the Sundown
Why?
for reasons I'm not going to explain on the podcast.
The Sundown's pretty fun though.
Try it.
Which one's the Sundown again? I want to see if I got that right.
The Sundown is where the Elks used to be.
Yeah. Don't they have a lot of cool things? I've played badminton in there. That's awesome. I love that place. I played so much ping pong there.
Yeah.
There are people in the Sundown that I don't like there that work there, so I'm good.
We're not picking you up.
Good.
Yeah,
No,
we're getting
mostly
Tony.
because I'm not
I'm
athletic.
glad you're not picking me up because I live in Athena. It'd be a little difficult.
Oh, yeah. Well,
That would be a little costly, actually.
Business expense.
Business
I
expense.
guess.
Tax write off.
No, but I think the corn maze would be a lot of fun.
Okay, so let's put it to a vote.
No, the vote.
Company night.
Vote.
Yes,
Yes, you
you're
are.
invited.
Vote done. I said yay.
I haven't put a vote in yet.
You're not going to say nay.
Okay, well, I'm saying yay, but there was a possibility. I
The
could've
only
said
one that
no.
would maybe say nay is Ian.
And then
he
Tony,
is not here.
Ian could have wimped out and said no.
Yeah, but
Yeah, they're gonna have to like pat
but
down
you guys are
Ian.
not going to say nay. I mean, let's be
We
real
still
here.
gotta actually do it.
Let's
though.
be
We can't-
real here.
If we
So,
set a precedence right now where we
prior-
just fib votes, then what's the point of voting?
Prior to going, I am going to warn anybody closest one to me. I will cling on to you, and I will not let go.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so
So what if we all
she's
run?
in the
Like
she's in the back of the pack. I'll be in the front of it.
because I get chased. I don't want to be chased.
She'll get freaked out. And
So
run
you
want to
be in the front?
exit.
I'd rather be in the front.
What?
She would rather be able to
Because
run
then when
past.
I run into somebody, I can slink behind somebody if I need to, and then there's still somebody behind me. That isn't scary. It's a big thought process.
Why don't we just put you in the middle
Why?
then?
She has this down to a scientific method. Do
Yeah,
you
she
hear
does.
this?
Do you know how many times
She's
she's
like, no,
gotten
I'm
lost
gonna be
in the corn
It's
maze?
her method of walking through the corn maze is the same mythology that men use when entering the restroom and has to approach a urinal. You notice that? It is the same method.
I mean, he's not wrong.
You know, I blatantly ignore that rule.
I 100% believe that. You enjoy making people uncomfortable. This is your thing.
My
I-
friend Evan says that there's supposed to be a societal rule where you're not allowed to talk to people at the urinals.
And
So
he does. No, he
will
does. I
strike
can
up
attest to
conversations
this.
with strangers. at the
We'll go
urinals.
in there, and I will follow the cardinal rule of the urinal, and I will go one space over.
Okay, but what
I-
happens if you have all the one space overs taken?
Well, then you just have to suck it up or use the stall.
Why don't?
I will blatantly use the
okay,
middle
I
one.
can see you, Kenny, being one of those guys that are like,
What's
Oh,
going on over
straight
there,
up
man?
peek at someone?
No, he doesn't. No,
so
he doesn't do that. But like last time we went, I went all the way over to the wall because that's how you're supposed to go, and this dude skipped over 4 free urinals, stood right next to me, and was like, "So that was a really good movie." I really enjoyed that movie. It wasn't like it wasn't like Murder on the Orient Express, but I think the actor did a really decent job. I was like, "Dude, can we not do this right now?"
Nope, we were doing that.
It's like
right
I'm
now.
in midstream here, buddy.
Yeah, I'll strike up
Mid-flow.
conversations with
mid-flow. You need to
absolute
go.
strangers.
Oh, so really quick.
One of my favorite jokes is like, "Where are you keeping the anaconda?" Like, I don't know this person. I'll just be like, "Where are you keeping that?" And then I'll look. I'll turn from that person. I'll look at the other person to my left, and I'll be like, like hyping up the guy on my right.
I wish I was a guy just so I could witness this and laugh. Not gonna lie.
I would be the guy that's like, and we're gonna go pee in the actual toilet.
And just like that, I sit down from now on.
Just tuck it, guys. It's good.
No tear.
So did you hear about this absolute godly thing that Quiznos is doing?
I don't know. After
Quiznos.
my experience
Nobody-
over in Hermiston, I kind of
Okay,
they
kinda fallen for me.
As soon as
so
Dusty walks in
Quiznos,
the door, Quiznos is no more.
So-
Quiznos does not exist when Dusty walks in this
All
door.
right, so
I'm putting down this rule right now.
oh, we heard you 3 times now. So Quiznos is doing God's
Why?
work, and they got rid of
Because
the yellow
then I will have to
mustard
drive to Hermiston tomorrow and get
Mustard?
freaking Quiznos.
They got rid of
and then
yellow
I'm going
mustard.
to kill you.
Why?
because Quiznos is doing God's
He
work.
he loves Quiznos that much.
He was the only person keeping Quiznos and Pendleton alive.
Excuse me,
And
I
then-
went there a lot too.
And then when he left, they closed. When he went away for a job, they closed.
Here's the dealio. They stopped doing a bunch of really cool stuff. Like they no longer
What the heck
serve.
happened to Arby's?
They no longer. Arby's is amazing. My roommate
And
loves
they're
Arby's.
still and
Get
they're
rid of that here.
But
just
they
because
stopped.
the guy didn't
They
want
stopped
it here.
offering yellow mustard.
Bottle of water.
Yeah,
So the
and that
Whatever
condiment bar
mustard
at the
is
end
there.
that you can self-serve, they no longer allow that. You have to ask for your toppings
just-
and whatnot from behind the glass.
I'm
They
good.
no longer serve yellow mustard. I don't know why yellow mustard's not something they serve anymore. They can give you honey mustard.
because they're doing God's work. That's why.
No, they're doing yellow mustard to be better. Yellow mustard is amazing. It's a nectar of God himself.
Listen, okay, they're doing the absolute best thing by eliminating yellow mustard.
No, they're not. They got
100%.
rid of yellow mustard, kind of like how the Milton Free Water Dairy Queen got rid of chocolate ice cream. I don't know why. Dumb things happen in this world. And then,
They have chocolate ice cream again.
why did they get rid of it? When I asked them, they said it's because people weren't
My
asking
dad
for it.
lost his mind knowing that they have it back. Like, that is the only ice cream my dad will eat.
Apparently, enough people stopped asking for it that they got rid of it off their menu. Like, who's not asking for chocolate ice cream at Dairy Queen? Furthermore, Quiznos no longer offers bread bowls.
What's a bread bowl?
So when you get their cheesy broccoli soup, you can get it inside a literal bread bowl.
That's
So they
how-
take a giant loaf of bread, they hollow it out, they give you the core to eat, and then they can either put a cup of soup inside it or they will pour the soup inside it for you.
that sounds dumb.
It's a what?
It's
Who are
actually
you?
really good.
What exactly do you get at Quiznos? The same thing you get at Subway?
That is literally what I used
Listen,
to do.
they're gonna pour soup inside of bread, right?
Yes.
What
it's
happens?
delicious.
What happens when you pour liquid inside of a bread?
Have you
It's
seen-
delicious.
It's a-
It gets
it's-
soggy.
No, it
It doesn't
depends.
get soggy.
Because what they do is how they
depends
make
on
it,
the-
how they make the bread is that the bottom is thick enough that it doesn't get soggy
Fun
through
fact.
it.
I worked at Quiznos for
But
2
they
days.
only pour it in if you eat inside. Otherwise, if you leave, they put it inside a cup.
That and
'Cause it gets
most-
soggy.
And most of those soups are thicker, so it doesn't get.
Sounds like you
soggy.
can't enjoy the finer things in life. You just like your discount Subway.
I'm not gonna lie, literally. I don't know if you remember it, Lauren.
I know you're not leaning back in that discount chair you got there.
Yes, I am leaning back in my discount chair. But like for the
Rip
longest time,
Taylor.
my lunch was I'd go to Safeway, get the loaded potato
do me a
soup.
favor and just shove on
You
the corner.
shove me over, and I'm going to kick you.
What happened to we get to laugh about Tony, but when it comes to you, she said it'd be funny if you fell in the horror house.
Yeah, I just laugh.
Just so we're clear, I said horror house.
I mean, both scenarios would be funny.
Okay, we're not in Reno, Nevada now.
Dope.
You don't have to be.
Yes, you do. It's the only place with a legal.
How do you know that? How do you know this?
Because my dad. Okay.
Because your dad?
This man goes everywhere.
He's not. We're not just. Nope. Rewind.
I can't. Unfortunately, this is being live streamed. And David is apparently streaming us, so
David is streaming us.
Yeah.
He's streaming while he's streaming our stream.
that's what he said he's doing.
Bro.
But he left to do a tournament, so I don't know if that's still going. I told him next time that I was gonna hook you up with him and that we were gonna stream each other. So our overlay is gonna be him and his overlay is gonna be us.
I am so down with this. I can make that happen in like 15 minutes.
But I'm curious as to how that would look because it would be like overlay Inception because we're overlaying.
Let her tell the
There is
story.
an undisclosed issue with my son that we're not talking about. My dad said, well, to make sure he stays how he is, that he would take him or prevent him from being on the rainbow spectrum. My dad said he would take him to the bunny house. I'm sorry, that's the most PG way I can think of saying that.
Take him to the ranch.
Yeah, the ranch. It's actually, I think it's. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
The Dude Ranch? You
Reno, Nevada.
Hold that.
can take your son to the Dude Ranch?
Yep.
Not a dude ranch.
I mean, it could be.
It's a ranch.
Just gonna
It's for
cost you
dudes.
like 10 grand a night.
Yeah,
Oh my
your,
goodness, that's
your dad would definitely be the one to pay
Completely
for that.
unnecessary. Exhaustingly expensive.
I'm sure you heard the story of
Bunny Ranch.
I don't know. Are you playing Dr. Fate in this overlay, or are you playing Superman?
the one outside of
I don't know. Let me see.
Winnemucca.
Oh, yes,
There's
I
one
remember
outside
that.
of Winnemucca?
Yes, there is.
I only know about the one in
I can't
Reno.
tell.
I think I'm fate in this one.
Oh, you got throttle stomps, dude.
Dude, in most of these I did.
Wait, is that the Mortal Kombat game?
No, that's Injustice.
I like Mortal Kombat. That's like the only one I actually know how to semi-play because you just hit a bunch of random buttons and you.
That's
make
pretty
it
much what
work.
you do in this too.
You're fine. No, I have yet to buy Mortal Kombat 1 because I want to buy the
Ice dude.
new the Call of Duty and Sub-Zero.
Straight
I
up
want to
flatten
get
that
the
helmet.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3.
Watching him play.
Yeah, I guess I am.
Yeah.
Distracto.
You know how wild it would be if Superman put on the helmet of fate?
Oh, Tony, because you missed it and I'm curious. Do you watch horror movies? Yes or no?
Yes.
I don't. Why does everybody else watch horror movies? Oh, Kenny
So,
doesn't.
okay,
Kenny
so
doesn't.
here-
Kenny's on my side.
Here's the reason why is because I didn't have a choice.
I kind of I went over to their house. So
I,
me and Christina. I used to go over to Christina's and Tony's once a week and do dinner with them, and we'd watch a movie.
What is this? What's happening?
And
What about it?
before the podcast is over, I would like to be able to have my topic. But
You can literally talk at any moment.
I
You're
know, but I
choosing
keep-
not to say anything.
I keep
Okay,
getting
no one's.
interrupted.
No one's interrupting you. You never brought it up.
But the last time that we did it, I had found a movie that I wanted to watch. I'd started it at home, and I was like, oh, I'm going to have Christina watch this with me. And I went over, and it was called The Menu.
Not a horror movie.
It's not a horror movie, but you still got punched.
You got punched.
Christina has nightmares after scary movies.
No, because it wasn't a horror movie, so I didn't get punched.
Well, there was one movie we watched, and you got punched the next.
No, she watched American Horror Story.
Yeah, that was because I had started American Horror Story, and Tony got punched. That's right. Yeah, I'm not
I
allowed.
elbowed Heath in the face on him, so.
Yeah, no, what
She will
happened?
actually beat
So
him.
the whole horror story thing is me watching horror movies actually has nothing to do with Taylor and everything to do with my parents. That's all they would watch after I was born.
Oh, Jiminy Christmas, woman.
So that's literally
That was
what I grew
Christina
up
did
on
that
was
too.
Friday
She
the
walked up to
13th,
me, literally went,
Nightmare on Elm
And then
Street,
she's out,
Halloween,
"Oh, I'm so sorry."
everything
It's
like
not
that,
intentional.
all the
I
way up
promise.
until I was like, I don't know, we went into foster care when I was like 12. So that was all that we really watched.
So you mean like 60 years ago?
Hmm.
You opened that door. I'm sorry.
She's been making old jokes about you all night.
That you know what? That's
Okay,
fine.
okay,
That's okay.
Okay. I told Kenny that he looks like he'd put J-Lo on his wall. Then we had to explain who J-Lo was.
Yes, we did. We had to actually show
You
him.
know, somehow
J-Lo.
that actually doesn't surprise
and then I
me.
said I could find Celine Dion on your wall. Probably.
I don't know who that is either.
Negative.
She
the
sings.
singer.
She's the
like,
girl that sings the big
All I
famous
Want
song
for
in
Christmas.
Titanic.
No, that's Mariah Carey.
That's Mariah Carey.
Oh.
Celine Dion is the one who sings the Titanic song.
Yeah.
Okay. My heart will go on.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, you missed a lot. I've been roasting everybody. The only one I've been semi-nice to is Taylor. So your
Which
time's
is surprising.
What exactly have I been roasted by?
Calling me old is
That's
not
a roast?
The fact that you didn't know who J-Lo was, and J-Lo's been famous for years.
J-Lo, Jennifer Lopez.
She's actually Jennifer Affleck now.
Yeah,
she
they
married
didn't know
Ben.
that. I don't know who she is, but I knew that she was married to Ben Affleck, and they didn't. So
I thought they got.
who knows
oh no,
anything?
that's
No.
the wrong Jennifer. Jennifer Aniston and him got
Jennifer
divorced.
Lopez is married
Yeah,
to Ben Affleck.
So
Yeah, no,
Ben
but-
Affleck was with Jennifer Aniston, and then they.
Was it Aniston or Gardner?
Garner. It was Garner.
Jennifer Gardner.
It was
yeah.
Jennifer
It was the one
Garner,
who played Elektra.
and
Yeah, Daredevil and Elektra got
No.
married in real life. Yes, Ben Affleck played Daredevil.
Yes, I know. Then it's
And-
not, and then it wasn't Garner. It was the other one.
Who's the other
no,
one?
Jennifer Aniston is the one that was on Friends.
Yes, that
Right.
was who he was in a relationship with Aniston.
Yeah, he was also married to Jennifer Garner. They have kids together.
He really has
The
a
one
thing
who
for
played
gens.
Elektra. Yeah, just like who's it? Leonardo DiCaprio's got a thing for anything under 25.
I would like Leonardo DiCaprio. Though. I've had a crush on that man since he was little.
That would be like
You cannot have a crush on him since he was little. He predates you.
She
Everybody
was
predates me.
Leonardo DiCaprio is older than me.
little. Not
I
Lauren.
would sleep with Johnny Depp. Leave me alone.
I
would too.
don't not surprised.
Nerds.
You might want to hug that because it's gonna catch these.
Okay.
I have to.
If she doesn't, she's going to explode, and that's even worse.
Yeah. Then my friend, my shirt looks like I just got through a wet water concert. So.
Concert?
So glad
wet
she's
t-shirt contest,
so glad
Lauren?
she didn't have the mic just then.
Yeah.
So disappointed that Taylor repeated it.
I am so sorry. It was because she
Dadgummit,
said it wrong.
Taylor.
No filter.
No
Apparently
filter.
not.
You didn't have a filter last week.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So I'm going to talk about it because we ended the conversation before I could do it. My last year of FFA.
Your last year of FFA.
Yes. I miss FFA a lot. I put in 16 projects.
Total?
Including animals, yeah. And other miscellaneous things that I put in. And almost everything went to State Fair. What are you doing?
Don't worry about what I'm doing. Tell your story.
You asked
So-
for this time,
Yes,
and
I
then now
did.
you're worried about what everyone else is doing.
Yes, I did. So, I told you guys about how my friend Truby decided to ride.
Hi, 5 people that are watching David's stream who's streaming us with the stream.
Haha. we have
They said, hey, look, it's right there. It's in the comments. Gotta do it.
say hi to my 5 people. Oh,
Yeah. See? So the 5 people that are watching David's stream,
are also watching our stream.
that's watching our stream, him streaming our stream,
Him streaming a stream.
say hello. Also, stop watching his stream and jump over to our stream so that way we can see who all
Crossload.
5 of you people are.
We apparently have 2 concurrent viewers.
I'm pretty sure that was
Boss.
David just coming back
Boss?
in.
Yeah, boss.
Is that you and Taylor?
I think it's him and David right now because I
it's
checked
me
mine
and
off.
David.
So that's our 2 viewers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's me and David. Hold on, let me see. I'm gonna.
So, but for the animals that I had 3 breeding ewes. I had a market lamb. I had the one and only llama at that fair, which was amazing. I had, what was it? 3 chickens, a rabbit, 2 dairy cows. That doesn't sound right. That makes 10 right there. So it must have been. I think there was only 2 chickens.
Did
that
you
I had.
know that Ben Affleck wrote Good Will Hunting with Matt Damon?
Yes.
Yes, I am
They
aware.
actually wrote that.
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
That's
but I know
crazy.
it's a movie. Anyway, Taylor, you were saying?
So, but I had all the animals that I had. So, we're being the only person with a llama at the Union County Fair. What made it really bad was the fact that he was always with the sheep because we had sheep at home. We didn't have goats. We had sheep. At least we didn't have goats at the time. And so he hung out with the sheep. But when we took him to the fair, they stuck him over by the goats. So he was in the pen, the very last long pen before the short pens, so people could see him and, go up and pet him kind of thing, which I think they planned out, which was ridiculous. But he would sit in the far corner away from everybody so nobody could touch him and cry because they stuck him with the goats. But, you should forget bags again. But when I'd take him out for walks, I'd walk him around everywhere, and it'd get to the point that I'd just get tired of holding his leash because it's literally like walking a dog on a leash. I just throw the leash over his shoulders, and he would literally follow me through the vendors. Like, vendors would yell at me, "You can't have animals here." Is he within 5 feet of your vendor? No, so leave me alone. But he's literally would walk everywhere, and I wouldn't even have to lead him. I was the only person he liked because my mom and my sister look so much alike, and when we were shaving him before fair, she clipped up a part of his ear because he had flicked his ear, so he would spit at them. So I was the only one he would come to. There was at one point when we had one of the ewes that I had, she was a different breed than what my market lamb and my other ewes were, and she was, I can't remember the breed of her, but she was all white, the white face and everything, and she only stood about that tall. No, that's not right, about that tall. I've got a video somewhere of her literally standing on top of my llama. Just standing on top of him, and he just let her do it. But other than that, I put in, what else did I do that year? I ended up showing a pig that year because being the only llama, I immediately got a brand ribbon for that. Those are Paisleys, leave them alone. I did table setting, I did a flower arrangement, I did a pot holder, I baked a strawberry rhubarb pie. I have made so many strawberry rhubarb pies, but I have never eaten one. Ever.
Why?
I don't like rhubarb. I have made a strawberry rhubarb pie every year I've done 4-H and FFA, and I have never once eaten it. Ever. You have pulp in your beard. But, we did, what else? We put in eggs from the chickens. I put in a welding project that one year because I had made it in school in my ag class, and I had put it in. There was a lot. There was a lot that I did. I miss doing that kind of stuff a lot. Just the experience of being able to do it is a lot of fun. Lauren, didn't you do 4-H or FFA?
4-H.
Did
Did
4-H.
last year, 4-H goats.
So, Ben Affleck got married. He was first actually dating Jennifer Lopez, was slotted to marry her back in 2004. They broke up. He married Jennifer Gardner instead until 2018.
Slotted to marry her? Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
Okay.
But they broke it off 4 days before the wedding. He instead married Jennifer Gardner, was married to her till 2018. Then in 2021, married Jennifer Lopez. So he's been married to 2 women, Jennifer Gardner and Jennifer Lopez.
I like how that was like a big discussion.
Yeah. Dead space.
I was totally going to say something, and I forgot everything that I was going to say. Like, I had a topic. I had a backup topic in case I forgot that topic. I forgot that one.
Hello.
Yeah.
So, who is your number one pick for actors?
For what kind of movie?
You are so in the wrong group to be doing that. Because, like, 100%, we will break this down to science.
Okay, so let's go action for right now. Who is your number one pick?
What kind of action?
There is different kinds of action, believe it or not.
List them, because all I can think of is actions a whole.
You're better at listing them than I am.
All right, so if we're talking like fantasy, pirates kind of action, obviously Johnny Depp. We're talking Lord of the Rings style action,
Dystopian.
Carl Urban, dystopian, Keanu Reeves probably. That won't take much.
Dylan O'Brien. I really, really liked him in Maze Runner.
I know who you're talking
actually,
about.
100% not a disappointment because I've been singing Dylan O'Brien's praises since he played Styles in Teen Wolf.
Yes, he has.
I ever seen Teen Wolf.
You disappoint me.
I don't know where to find it, so that's why I haven't.
Amazon.
Paramount Plus.
Is it on Paramount Plus now?
Yep.
Oh. Well, I don't have Paramount Plus, but I have Amazon.
Yeah. I was really disappointed to find out that they made the Teen Wolf movie, but they did not bring in Dylan O'Brien. They left out Styles.
Why?
My favorite.
Because they're dumb.
The one scene that I've seen that keeps popping up on my TikTok is when he,
The only one that I
the
know.
main guy, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, gets grounded, and she's like, "No computer. I need the computer for school." Then no Styles.
That's not heavy breathing, David. That's a subject of which that we cannot discuss.
It's a mechanical
So-
noise. We'll call it that.
Yeah, no, Dylan O'Brien. If I was ever gonna cast Dylan O'Brien in anything, it would be
And you thought
in a
last night
Batman
was bad.
Beyond series. It'd be a Batman and Beyond series.
Who?
Dylan O'Brien. I would cast him as Terry McGinnis.
I feel like Dylan O'Brien.
Dylan O'Brien's really underrated.
Yes, he is. He is very much underrated.
You know, as as most people would classify him as underrated, but he has had a more flourishing career than the rest of the cast in Teen Wolf. He's the only one of the actors that's actually moved upward. Everyone else is kind of stagnated.
But when I think of Dylan O'Brien, I think of Maze Runner.
That right there was probably actually one of his low points, but still a step up.
Have you seen the kid with the eyebrows glow up?
Adam Warlock from
Oh.
Oh
yeah.
my
Oh.
God!
Have you seen?
yeah. When you
That
when you-
guy's, speaking of people that gets around, he gets around to a lot.
He does. He's hit a lot of things. He was in Chronicles of Narnia, the Voyage of something or other. It was the third installment of that movie.
I haven't
Couldn't
watched
tell
that
you.
one in a
He
long
was
time, but
in-
I know which one you're talking about.
He was in there. He was in, what was it, Meet the Millers or something like that?
Yeah.
The Millers.
What is
Oh, we're the Millers. I
Yeah.
oh, that movie's hilarious.
He's the ever popular meme of, you guys are getting paid?
Yeah.
I see that a lot.
No, there's another one that
And now
that he
Adam
actually
Warlock
says like a
beefed
bad word,
out.
you know, and he makes the face of like and yells about it.
He's been acting though since he was little.
Yes, he has. He's been acting for a very long
He
time.
has. And man, he says
more-
he's got a mouth on him. And when I see
Like I
some of
said,
his stuff
when
on
he came,
BBC,
like I said, when he came on, as Adam Warlock, the first time when we went and watched it, all I could think was, I'll have to show you the video later, was him yelling in profanities about somebody to shut up, and I'm going, oh my God, no, I couldn't comprehend it because all I had seen as a younger version of him is screaming profanities. It's like, this is not okay.
Yeah, I liked his role. I don't like how they brought him back in the Maze Runner in the third movie in Death Cure, but I liked his role in the very first one. It was definitely a different kind of, because I've only seen him in like somewhat comedy or comedic roles prior to that, and then he was like rugged and it's a word that I cannot say on this podcast. BA.
Okay.
What's a synonym to this?
Awesome.
Well, like rugged, but yeah, I mean, like he was beastly. There we go. Yeah. And
Beastly, huh?
yeah, I mean, it like near. He was very masculine, I guess is the only word I can think of to it, in that one, as opposed to his previous roles where he was actually more kind of meek.
Mm.
You know.
Okay.
Yeah, so I really liked it, and him and Dylan O'Brien worked really well together in the Maze Runner. They played off each other super well.
Well, the Resident Evil movies weren't actually classified as horror; they were classified as action movies. I thought she did a really good job. I cannot pronounce her last name.
Mila Jovovich.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I can't pronounce her last name.
It's Mila Jovovich. I think she's Ukrainian.
Yeah,
Question mark?
she's American and Ukrainian. I looked it up.
Yeah, she's actually had a pretty good career. I loved
There's
her role in The Fifth Element.
Yes, that was a good
That was
movie.
the first movie I ever saw her in, was The Fifth Element, and that was that is still
Did I watch The Fifth Element first?
One of
or
my
Resident Evil
favorite-
First?
one of my favorite movies.
She was also in Dazed and Confused.
Yes, she was.
I've never seen Dazed and Confused.
You are missing out.
Yeah, never seen Dazed.
So the guy who plays Rip in Yellowstone,
Yeah,
he's
Cole
also
Hauser.
he's also in that one.
Cole
I-
Hauser. Cole Hauser has a
by the way,
huge
you
career
still owe
too.
me $10 for this.
Oh wait, no, I have seen Dazed and Confused. That's when Matthew McConaughey says this very famous line: "I like high schoolers. I keep getting older and they stay the same age."
Yep. So
Different time back then.
That
Different
was-
time back then.
Well, it was he was playing a stereotypical creep, so
Yeah.
it wasn't a different time. It was a
All
hey,
right, all right, all right,
look,
all
these
right.
kinds of people actually exist. He was a stereotype of himself essentially at the time.
Stereotype of himself.
Yeah,
so, but Dad watched Yellowstone, and
Cole Hauser. Yeah.
yes, Cole Hauser. So Dad had watched Yellowstone, and we grew up watching the Fast and Furious movies. So he, in the second one,
Right. He played the bad guy.
he played the bad guy. Dad's like, no, that's not. He didn't do that. He had a surgery. He had some sort of issue and had surgery that changed his voice a little bit. That's why he sounds like he does now, which is different than how he sounded then.
Yeah.
So
You can tell if you watch Pitch Black. You can tell that. Yeah, you can tell the voice difference in there because in Pitch Black he plays Johns. Yeah.
And it's very.
For the audience at home that doesn't know, we're talking with Taylor's dad. He's joining us in the studio tonight.
you just can't hear him. He's got no mic.
Sorry.
He had a very high pitched voice. Now he doesn't. And
It was somewhere around the time that he did Paparazzi that he damaged his vocal cords.
yeah.
Yeah. So Dad would argue with me about it. Like, no, that's not the same guy. And then I actually would look it up and screenshotted it on my phone. Which movies he was in.
Can I blow your mind?
Only on mic.
Halfway through The Lion King, and the scene where Scar is singing with the hyenas.
Which Lion King?
The OG
The
Lion-
animated? Okay.
Yeah. When Scar's singing with the hyenas, they switch singers halfway through because the original singer lost his voice.
Who was that guy?
If you look
that-
it up,
that
if you
did
look
that?
it up, you can actually find it.
They did what?
The actor for Scar. Who was that?
I'm not sure who the actor for Scar was.
He played in Aragon. He played in Aragon too. He's a really
Never
good
watched
actor.
Aragon.
They were supposed to.
You sir,
They were supposed
You
to make
need
all
to
three
stop.
movies.
Oh, sure. I'm
And
sure
then-
the movie was good.
it was.
No.
They were supposed
It
to
was
make.
good.
They were supposed to make. Yeah.
Yes.
They were supposed to make all three of them based off
Nonsense.
the books, and then Aragon didn't get as hyped up as they wanted it to, so they didn't make the rest of them.
Because it wasn't a good movie.
It was a
It's-
good movie. How do you know? You didn't watch
It's
it.
kind of like
It
the
can't
same.
be possibly as good as the book was.
It's kind of like it's actually really
Probably true, but if I read books, I could probably agree with you.
But it's-
Also, doesn't matter. Still a good movie.
good. But it's kind of like the same thing with the Golden Compass. They were supposed to make more movies of that one too.
Oh.
You know what it was? I'm going to tell you what it was. What happened there is that at the time that those movies were released, the entertainment market was so saturated with the kind of fantasy type of movies that they were getting. Today, Marvel is seeing the same thing. They call it superhero fatigue. It was fantasy fatigue because the Lord of the Rings trilogy came out just before that, and it skyrocketed it, and then it just started dropping off after that because people essentially the formula was the same thing over and over again.
Jeremy
Yes, Jeremy
Irons.
Irons.
Jeremy Irons.
He also did Alfred Pennyworth on the in the Snyderverse.
He did. Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing the second person for Scar though.
It might not be credited.
Yeah, he probably wasn't.
But I know for a fact they switched it.
James.
Joseph Williams is also Simba. He might be the singer for Simba.
The voice actor for Simba was not the same guy that sang the songs.
Yeah, Joseph Williams, it says, is another person. I assume he's the... I'm not seeing anybody else for...
I saw it on Instagram and I cited the person. I just don't. It was Richard something.
Yeah.
Nope, I'm not seeing anyone else.
Not
for it.
seeing it. Not seeing a Richard something.
I am not seeing a Richard something.
Which one?
So the original Lion King, the animated movie, not the graphically. They call it live action, but it's not really live action. It's more like graphically animated.
Okay, next topic. And I don't even know why.
Next topic.
Jim Cummings. Jim Cummings is listed for Scar, along with Jerry Irons. Jim Cummings.
Oh, what a name to have.
James Jonah Cummings is an American voice actor. He's been in The Princess and the Frog, Winnie the Pooh, Shrek, Christopher Robin, The Tigger Movie, Goofy Movie, Piglet's Big Movie. He's done a lot of animated movies.
Yes, he is. He's a big voice actor. He actually voiced Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, he voiced a lot of the characters from Winnie the Pooh,
You know what?
including Tigger.
I was watching this. I was watching our overlay here, and I noticed that Dr. Fate guy was in fact not me.
Oh, so you were Superman beating the absolute
Yeah, because
stuffings out of Dr. Fate.
Yeah, because it's me playing the campaign right now. So that was me just pounding Dr. Fate. So
I don't play video games, so if I play anything, I'm playing Minecraft on creative mode.
on creative mode, you can't. Can you play Minecraft? What? No. Okay, good.
I don't think she's actually tried.
I don't get it. I'm like, what am I looking for?
You're supposed to survive.
So you have to survive. Okay.
When actor
And
Jeremy
then-
Irons, the voice of Scar in The Lion King, developed vocal problems during recording the song Be Prepared, Cummings replaced him on the remainder of the track. He also provided Scar's voice in a brief nightmare sequence in The Lion King 2, Simba's Pride. Jim Cummings.
Okay, so I was wrong.
Yeah.
Figured it out. You can hardly tell. Like if you actually watch, I watched the side by side of when he takes over. You can't really tell.
He's a good voice actor. He's voice acted a lot of our childhood, actually. He does a lot of cartoon characters.
Yeah.
Matt Damon. That finally came to me. Spirit. Matt Damon's career started around when he voiced Spirit.
It's a good movie.
I don't know about that.
I like
Good Will
Spirit.
Hunting. Really.
Good Will Hunting. He wrote it. It's a pretty good movie.
A lot of movies that you guys like. Remember this?
I mean, movies that I like. That's kind of stretching it. I didn't really get into Good Will Hunting. That
Good Will
being
Hunting,
said,
I think,
it's
was
like
what got him
cinema
on the map.
history.
No.
Good Will Hunting was
Have
a
you
great
guys seen
movie.
Iron Will?
Iron Will?
Yeah, it's
don't think I
with
have.
Wolf, right?
Huskies.
The Huskies, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Nope.
It's like a husky race, and his dad dies in the beginning. Okay. Taylor hasn't seen it. I'm assuming he hasn't seen it. And our name for our darts team on Thursdays is Iron Will.
You haven't the book? You haven't read the book either?
Iron Will? No.
You might be
Have
thinking
you read
Call
it?
of the Wild. I'm thinking of Iron Will.
I'm thinking of Iron Man.
So Iron Will, it's the dude's dad died. Kid joins dog sled, has dog. Dog winds up dying. Spoilers. And then the extremely curmudgeonly native dude threatens to kill anyone else who crosses the finish line before this kid carries the dead dog. Yeah, like he straight up like pulls a rifle out and was like, "If any of you take an inch forward, I will blast you right now." Just so
Wow.
this kid can carry his dead dog across the finish line and win the prize money.
Wow.
Yep. It was, and the kid like, it's a
So what does
rough.
the dog die of a heart attack?
Yes.
I may have read the book actually. Yes.
It is one of the very few books I
Wasn't it a
actually
small
read.
dog?
It was. Well, small for a dog sled dog.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that was the whole
Um,
idea. Is that it worked
Are you
too hard?
Thinking of, you've got to be thinking of. No, it's not Balto.
No, I'm
Because
not
that
thinking
doesn't
about
sound like Iron Will. Because Iron Will is where this kid, his dad dies in the beginning by drowning because his dogs run across ice that was too thin, and then he does this race with some Russian guy, and he ends up running like through the night and almost dying of like being frozen. But him and his dogs end up winning after the Russian guy like whips everybody else's dogs and like shoves them over, shoves their sleds over and whatnot.
Hmm.
I've seen the movie that you're talking about too, and
Hold on.
I might be thinking. About. I know the movie that you're referring to, and I know the book that I'm referring to. I am all of a sudden thinking that they're not the same thing. But I have in fact seen the movie that she's talking about, because there's the line in there: "What kind of a man feeds his dogs or feeds himself before his dogs?"
No,
Yeah,
that's Snow Dogs.
that's Iron Will.
That's Snow Dogs.
That's Iron Will.
Well,
You want to put money?
They say the same thing in Snow Dogs.
You want to put money down on this wager?
That they say it in Snow Dogs? Yes, they do.
A lot of the movies like that are. Have you guys seen Togo?
No.
Never even heard of it.
Yes, I have seen
It
Togo.
is like the actual story of Balto, and it's super like it's. I cried at the end. It's like where the red fern grows.
Oh.
I haven't watched that movie in forever.
I don't think I've ever seen that movie, where the red fern grows. I've never seen that. I've never seen Old Yeller either.
I've never seen Old Yeller.
I've seen
I
it.
have.
I have.
Oh, the other was nice.
I've seen Cujo.
Have you seen The Bridge to Terabithia?
Yes, I used
That
to
made you
love that
I never
movie.
cried at it.
You never cried?
No.
You have no soul.
I was
It's on Peacock.
I was more confused at the Bridge of Terabithia.
What were you confused about?
Lack of
Like
imagination.
it didn't hit me at the time that it was their imaginations. It was still I was still confused of like, okay, so like, are they crossing over to a fantasy land?
That sound real dumb. It was their imaginations. I thought Terabithia actually existed.
Yes.
Yes.
It was their
Thank you
imagination.
so
it was
much.
their fantasy. Yeah.
I have
Because
not
when the
seen
girls
it, though, in a long time.
when the girl dies, the boy just has
he
this
sees his
major
dad as the black
issue.
thingy. Yes. His dad is chasing him, and he catches him, and that black shadow thing he's chasing after him. But his dad catches him ultimately when the black shadow thing he catches.
I need
up.
to watch that movie. I haven't watched it in a while.
Well, I just learned it's an imagination. I go straight up over here thought it was legit, like Terabithia.
Like he
actually
wouldn't
existed.
go like
Maybe that's why I didn't.
because
cry, 'cause
after
I
she
didn't
dies,
understand.
because at the beginning
She
of the
was more
movie,
confused, just like
when
me.
it was him and the girl, they used the rope, and the rope snapped.
That's
Yeah.
why she died.
After she died, he actually went out and would take his dad's supplies and made the bridge so his sister could go.
Mm-hmm. How does it tell you it's imagination?
Did you? One of the biggest giveaways is the fact that the big tall
Tree?
troll is literally the bully in their school.
Yeah, but so yeah,
That never clicked.
it is, but like they draw parallels like that in a lot of the
Spiderwick.
Yep, thank you.
I refuse to watch that. I got to the part where all the little minion thingies are coming to the house, and I was like, we're done.
We're done.
I don't like these things. We're
Or the
done.
fact that the only way you could see him is through like that little washer.
The little
Yep.
rock.
I'd be kind of annoyed by that.
I wouldn't live in the house.
As soon as I saw one of them, I'd be done.
Just
The,
nope.
the sister's getting attacked by things she can't see. Brothers across this like bridge of rocks. Just swing lower.
Yes.
Nope, never made
The
it
little
to that.
guy that used to hide, that was hiding in the house to make sure the book wasn't found. He was always one of my favorites.
Voiced by was it Martin Short,
I'm not.
the guy who played Jack Frost from Santa Claus.
We at least agree that
Nope.
Home Alone was a really good kids movie.
Sure.
Yeah.
Those people would be so dead in real life.
The one
Yeah.
guy, the shorter guy.
Joe
they-
Pesci.
He literally made up that language because it's not a Joe Pesci script. Because he could not make it through the script without swearing. So he made up that little gurgle mumbling thing to get through the movie.
Yes. Also, Joe Pesci deliberately made sure that Macaulay Culkin never saw him throughout the entirety of the movie until the scene where he picked him up and hung him on the coat rack, so he can have the genuine fear in that child's eyes.
Yes, he
That
did.
kid thought he was actually being mugged.
That's sad.
It was a very common trick that
The
studios
actor that played that
used.
kid has gone such downhill.
That was
So
a
is that
very.
one of the first things they filmed?
What's that?
Was that one of the first things they filmed?
No, because the scenes where they would shoot from the van and Macaulay Culkin sitting there, those were done separately. They were never actually face to face.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, let's start controversy. Pixar or Disney?
They're the same thing.
They're not.
They are. I mean, Disney owns them.
Now.
I mean, prior to the owning.
DreamWorks.
Yeah, DreamWorks.
Uh,
DreamWorks or Disney?
DreamWorks.
I
I'm not a
agree.
big fan of Pixar, so I'd have to go Disney. But I do
DreamWorks.
like DreamWorks.
I
more
like
than
DreamWorks
Disney.
better, a lot better than I like
DreamWorks.
Disney.
Have you guys noticed how different it looks now? Like, even if you go like back when Hannah Montana and whatever else existed to now, like even the Disney signs all different.
Mm-hmm.
Things
Yeah,
evolve.
they've changed. I wouldn't necessarily call it evolved.
That's kind of like the castle at the beginning of the Disney
Some
movies.
of it's a little bit of a step back. When Quantum Mania comes out,
That
and
was
it
a
has the
drastic
same
change.
production value as, I don't know, Spy Kids 3D,
Which was amazing.
was amazing at the time. Not when it came out back in what 2006. Now it's 2021 when no, not even. It was
stealing
2022 when Quantum Mania came out. No, that was this year, wasn't it? 2023. It's
stealing my beat from
2023,
Vendetta?
and they have the same production value on a multi-billion-dollar production.
So,
I don't-
question:
I don't know. He's
Answer.
not answering me.
you two are not. No, you two are gonna hate this question. Taylor and I might actually debate on it. Twilight or Hunger Games?
Hunger Games.
I don't.
I'll weigh in on this one. Yes, you're right. It's a dumb question because they both suck, but Hunger Games.
So I'm asking.
I mean, Hunger Games was a good book.
Twilight is such an abusive relationship book. It really is. It's just this lost and confused child that can't decide the difference between necrophilia or bestiality.
She eventually chose necrophilia, but
Okay, I'm not gonna
Also
lie.
the wrong choice because Edward Collins was extremely manipulative and abusive.
But he was ugly as shit. They
Yeah,
could've-
he-
Oh, sorry.
Oh!
They could have picked. They could
All right, you gotta put a
I
gotta
remember.
put a
I
dollar in the
remember
jar.
I remember when Twilight came out, and we went on a. I was in 4-H, and we went on a trip to a Pampered Chef thing, and I don't remember where we went for it, but we went to a Pampered Chef thing, and on the way back, 2 girls that I'd gone to school with and made friends with had asked me whether, and I'd, gone by the Scentsy stand. They'd given me a free Scentsy thing. It smelled good. I took it. I didn't care. And one of the girls smelt my Scentsy thing.
how to operate one of these.
I don't need one in my house.
You will eventually. But she smelt it and she's like, "Oh, you're a Team Edward." And I'm like, "What the heck are you talking about?" Because I didn't watch Twilight. I didn't watch Twilight till like my 8th grade year. But it had come out when I was in like 5th grade. What?
Okay, if we're talking about Twilight, I don't blame her for picking Edward though, because he lives a lot longer. And then look at how her life, she gets to live longer.
She's
Are you
dead.
considering that a perk?
She's
It's eternal life.
she's dead.
She's dead.
She's dead.
She's technically
She's
alive.
dead.
She's dead.
She's technically
No.
alive.
Dead.
She is literally dead.
She's
Literally dead.
technically alive.
She's taken away from her family.
No, because in the movies, okay. In the movie, she's still friends with her dad.
Yeah, still friends, but can't say anything about her husband, her husband's family, her child.
Can we talk about how Edward was basically a stalker in the first movie?
Edward was a stalker, not basically.
Okay.
He wound up in her room while she was asleep, just staring at her.
So I read stalker romance books, like dark romance
Yeah, we
books.
really- we do.
So this doesn't phase me.
I
Okay.
can see why you're choosing these books over the Hunger Games. As a movie
I'm not choosing it
aspect,
over the
also-
Hunger Games.
No, we're choosing these books because they're better than reality sometimes, and they're things
Yep.
that we wish we could do, but we cannot.
Because you're
Hunger
a psycho.
First off,
Hey, everybody knows the
Hunger
real reason
Games.
why a woman reads dark romance, but women won't admit why they read dark romance, especially on a podcast.
so don't do that. Let's change the subject now.
Here you go.
Psychopath.
Also, Hunger Games was still not reality, right?
Yeah, children murdering children is not fun.
Not government-funded children murdering children.
It's a dystopian world.
For
I get
sport,
that.
yeah.
I don't find that entertaining,
but,
though.
But what we're trying to say is that's still better than the Twilight series. And as a movie aspect from it, the production value was better. The special effects were better. The actress, the main protagonist, the female lead, was so much better. Like Jennifer Lawrence can actually act. Kristen
I
Stewart
would beg to differ on that one.
compared to Kristen Stewart.
Yeah.
That is the epitome of her
With the
acting.
emotional range of an actual undead.
She is quite literally a plank of wood with pinched features.
So we
Okay.
have a friend who grew up in she actually grew up in Forks, Washington. They actually do the whole Twilight Festival thing every year, and that is how they bring in funding for that town.
Soon, my
Whoa.
friend David. Soon.
Are you guys finishing? Oh yeah, we are overtime. Nope.
We're not
No, we're
overtime.
not. We're not overtime.
Nope, we're not overtime. We got roughly 13 minutes left.
13.
Mhm.
You guys start late?
Yeah, we didn't start exactly at 7.
Oh.
We had
Sweet.
mechanical
Are
issues.
you guys finishing soon? He doesn't want to hear us complaining about movies for another 13 minutes. Too bad, David. We're doing it.
I'm kind of interested to see the new Hunger Games because it's supposed to be like a young.
The new
I
Hunger
think
Games?
the-
They're making another
Even
one.
if
Did
it
you
was
not know
fake, the relationship between Peeta and Katniss was better than the one in Twilight.
Yes. Yes, it was.
Even if it was fake. Even if it landed, like, even by the final movie, the final book, even though it landed on a sour
wanna-
note, where it was unsatisfactory, still a better relationship.
You
Unsatisfactory. They ended up with kids.
I said it ended on a sour note.
A sour note.
They didn't seem pleased with anything that was happening in the relationship, especially Katniss.
I never read
Especially
the
when
books.
she,
I
the
just saw the
person that
movie.
she was actually simping for turned out to be a terrorist.
He killed. Didn't he bomb all the kids?
He bombed all the pedestrians.
Because it was his idea.
No, he believed in the idea. It wasn't his idea. But he went through with it, and he didn't tell Katniss. So basically the movie ends with her being in a relationship with a guy that she didn't really truly love, because the person she really did truly love turned out to be a terrorist.
Yeah, but when you watch the movies behind the scenes,
we have to say goodbye to David's chat.
Goodbye.
David's chat. Have a good one.
I wasn't pleased either.
Yeah,
what?
about the movie.
Oh.
I was like, what?
Oh, I see.
Yeah, but yeah, they are making a new Hunger Games.
The
I
fake
don't know why
relationship
they
between
would.
Pete and Katniss was better. They did a good job of portraying the fact that the relationship was not really going to go anywhere.
I'm not gonna lie. I really liked Finnick,
Which one's Finnick?
but then he died.
He
Which
was
one's Finnick?
in the.
He was the one with the
when it
trident.
Yeah.
He was the one with the trident. That was his weapon of choice.
He was
So,
the guy that was eating sugar
number
cubes.
2, second movie. Okay,
I don't think I've seen the second movie.
Then
Okay,
this will
well
make
then
no
you
sense
would not
to you.
know.
There's a guy in the Hunger Games that used a trident.
Yeah.
He was one of the victors because in the second one they bring back all of the victors into
There's
the
a
Hunger
dude that
Games.
won the Hunger Games with a trident.
Yeah.
Anyway, the new one is the song,
There
the
are
Song
people
of the
with bows and
Songbird,
arrows.
Yeah,
and
Song of the
this guy,
Song-
one with a
or
trident.
the something of the Songbird,
And
and
it's supposed to be like a really young Snow. Like he's like
it's
maybe
back
20.
when
like the very first Hunger Games.
He won one of the first ones.
No,
Did you
he
guys
was a
ever
mentor.
see Our World turning dystopian?
He's supposed to be a mentor
I do,
for somebody
but
from District 12.
I couldn't tell you when.
I don't know.
How about we not have that topic right now?
You guys don't talk politics on
Oh
No.
he
No.
does.
it? No.
I do
Geopolitics.
not. I talked about woke once, and then
You-
you're like, "Oh, he talks about politics."
No, you take a segment almost every week in OTR and talk about geopolitics.
Geopolitics.
Geopolitics is
It's-
entertaining, and it's not picking a side or berating one or the other.
Geopolitics usually
I
cut
didn't
it out
say
when
that.
you get through
She said you
when
guys
he
talk
answers.
about politics.
And it is
Yes,
horrible,
then
and
I
do
talk
not
about
participate.
politics because geopolitics is interesting, and y'all suck.
It is interesting to certain people.
So, getting back onto the Twilight and Hunger Games movie really quick, I'm going to end that conversation by simply saying, I know this is how you know that the Twilight movies suck worse than the Hunger Games. The actors didn't even like it. All three main actors
Yeah, they absolutely hated
that
it.
movie that they were in.
But it made their careers.
Not for the best.
no.
Edward was
Lautner's
just
Lautner's-
Edward dude that I don't. Robert Patterson, which was just Batman. I haven't seen Taylor Lautner in any other movies, but Kristen Stewart has been in tons.
Kristen Stewart has been in tons, but not because of her acting ability.
Taylor Lautner existed before that. He started becoming
Shark Boy
really
and Lava
big.
Girl.
Yes, that's where he came in.
Also cheaper by the dozen.
Yep.
Never seen that. Okay, what's a new current movie that is going to come out that you guys want to go see?
I want to go see the new FNAF movie.
I wanna
We are-
see the new
we
Saw
are gonna
movie.
see the new FNAF movie. You and I.
No,
I'm
who wants to
gonna
go watch that?
Me!
It's not even a good movie. Like I know how the movie's gonna go already, and all I've seen is the previews.
Black
it's
got the
such a
gore.
beat to death movie series. It needs to stop.
Did you guys ever go see Oppenheimer?
I've said the same thing about the Fast and the Furious movies. I don't know how many different times. No, I did not go watch Barbenheimer.
Yeah, but Saw's not even a spectacle at this point. At least the Fast and Furious movies are a spectacle. That's just like, oh, we're doing traps again.
Leave me alone.
Did you guys hear the fan theory that Jigsaw from the movie Saw is actually Kevin McAllister from Home Alone?
That's messed up.
Dude, for reals. So here's how it goes. The fan theory is this: that Kevin McAllister and his family actually got put into the witness protection program after the second movie, and he grew up under this fake name. And then, obviously, you know, they the Jigsaw story happened, and he found his wife. His wife was murdered, and then he decided to use all of his tips and tricks that he learned from making all of the anti-burglary
Booby traps.
booby traps from when he was a child. He used that knack into Saw, only made them more lethal.
It
So,
appears so.
the one movie that I really want to see, but it's not this year. I think it's the beginning of next year. Craven.
What?
Craven.
Hold on.
The Hunter?
Shush, 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 shush.
Sounds like a dog's whimpering.
I heard it too.
Trying to tell if it's Paisley or the dog. I think it's the dog. Okay. It's the dog. It's the dog.
So what is Craven?
So it's a new movie that's coming out where son goes hunting with his dad, and he basically gets mauled by a lion, but it's kind of like Spider-Man.
Craven? No, yeah, it's Craven the Hunter.
I told you that.
That
I
is
already
a
said
that is a Marvel character.
Yeah.
Craven the Hunter.
You know a movie I
This is
haven't
the one
watched
I
in a
really
long
wanna
time?
see.
He's gonna try to
I-
hunt Marvel characters.
I did not even know that was a thing that was happening.
Oh, really?
For real, this is the first time I've heard of it.
It's been in production for a while.
The Craven.
Yeah, Craven.
I want to see it so bad. It's like the one movie.
It's-
I
it- he's
not
one of those,
It's not a new movie, but a movie that I haven't watched in a while was Secondhand Lions.
He comes around a lot.
That was a good movie. Secondhand Lions.
Yes, it was.
That was a good movie. Haley
When I
Joe
need to watch
Osment, as he started into puberty and his voice got all messed
Squeaky.
up.
So,
Ooh.
I had a valid point, and now it's gone. So
You had a valid point.
Are you sure it was valid? You don't remember it.
in my mind.
Valid in my mind.
So, I guess not, because I don't remember.
Oh dear.
The FNAF movie that's coming out, I'm pretty excited to go see that. I'm actually going to take my kid and go watch
Oh.
it. The issue
I know a
behind
movie
it
that I was
is
excited about.
is
No one
that
can
I
go see
don't
it.
think that
It's not
it's
like
going to
none of
be
you
as
guys
great
wanna
as
watch
they're
it, but-
hyping it up to be. I saw the trailer for the first time, I think last night or the night before.
For which one?
FNAF.
Oh. I like the
and
actor they picked for it.
The actor, yeah, they chose PETA from the Hunger Games.
Oh, you guys are talking about the movie, the one about Five
Yeah.
Nights at Freddy's, yeah.
Yeah, so they chose him to be in there as Michael,
But then he got fat.
but then
Yeah.
they chose
You
him
know, he
to
was
be
a
in
voice
there.
actor in Sing.
Yes, he was.
He
Yeah,
was?
he
Who
was the
was
voice
he?
actor for the gorilla.
That was him?
No, that's not
No
him.
way.
What? Who is
no.
that? Then?
We're all hopping on here.
Hold on. Where's my IMDb app?
Or is it the guy from Kingsman?
He's not on Kingsman.
Okay, the guy from Kingsman is the guy who voices the gorilla.
Oh, okay,
in
so
Sing.
Eggs.
Okay. Yeah.
Eggsy.
Yeah, Eggsy.
Eggsy.
Okay.
Eggsy is
They
a
look
good
pretty
actor.
similar, though.
They do. He's the Eggsy actor looks like a mix between PETA and Tom Holland.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
But he's like
Eggsy's the guy that voiced the
he's
gorilla in Sing.
beefier than both of them.
I'm gonna start a topic that you guys probably haven't even realized. You're good. Have you noticed they're no longer releasing comedy movies?
Yes, they are.
Name one.
They absolutely are. Name one. Hold on.
Paw Patrol.
No. We did just see one not that long ago.
You guys probably never. I doubt.
Expendables,
I
all as
doubt-
funny as it was not a comedy.
No, not
I
the
doubt you
Expendables.
watched it, but Tony, do you remember when Sausage Party came out?
I never
What
watched
a
it.
gross movie that was.
I never
So-
watched that movie.
My aunt took my grandmother to this movie. Did not tell her what they were going to watch.
Oh
took
dear.
her to the theater to watch this movie.
I got
Oh.
It's not the birthday.
It started,
no, not that one.
That one was
and my
That,
grandmother
by definition, though, is a
rang
comedy.
her
but it
butt
was just about third.
for
Uh,
taking her to
the
watch this
murder
movie and
mystery,
then
too.
laughed the whole time.
Murder Mystery 2,
Okay,
starring.
but that's not on Netflix. I'm saying I'm talking about like an actual comedy movie that came out in theaters.
Can you say that again, please?
An actual comedy movie that came out in theaters.
You guys noticed that?
In theaters.
Say it again.
The whole sons or just
Theaters.
The way she says theaters. She says it like a thespian. She's at theaters.
Theaters?
Theaters.
Theaters?
Theaters.
Yeah, it's
See?
the theaters.
See? She accents the A, the theaters.
I'm from
She is. She's from
From
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
like
Midwestern
marshmallow.
accent.
I hate when people
Don't
say
you know?
caramel.
Don't you know?
Caramel?
Caramel. It's
What?
caramel.
Yeah, it's pronounced caramel.
My sister says marshmallow.
Okay,
Marshmallow?
that fruit responsible for ketchup. What is that called?
Tomato.
Tomato.
And what do you make? It's you can mash it. Grows out of the ground. Kind of looks like.
Potato.
There you go.
So okay. So I say theater weird, but that's about. Oh, is it aunt or aunt?
Ant.
It's aunt.
It's aunt.
I say ant.
It's aunt.
No, I say aunt when I'm actually talking like.
You switch back and forth.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it depends on the context of which that I'm talking.
'Cause I'll
It
say,
being
"Hey,
aunt or aunt.
Yeah, I'll say hey Aunt Stacy, and then I'll be like, well Aunt Stacy. No, it's aunt because that aunt it felt weird to say.
Okay, I can't find a comedy right now, but that doesn't mean that you're right.
But it does because actually, not to bring in somebody else's podcast, they talked about it on the Joe Rogan podcast, and there's not a whole lot of comedies coming out because too many people are getting offended.
Don't blame them. It's kind of hard to come out with a good comedy right now without someone trying to cancel it.
Pretty much.
With that being said, thank you for joining us in another episode of Off the Rails Podcast. I've been your host, Kenny, and I'm joined today by my friend.
Taylor, and finally, who showed up late? I am joined with.
I am Tony, the guy that's supposed to be in the chair that was not in the chair tonight. And we had our special guest, the one who makes me drinks.
Lauren.
Tony Drinks.
And I don't really have much to say about myself other than the fact that I'm back.
I'm back, baby! So you can find us on all our social media accounts, such as Rumble, So I Hear, Twitter, and YouTube at Your Move Studios at YouTube.
They're currently watching that YouTube right now.
Yeah,
if they're
so
listening to
like,
this.
share,
TikTok.
subscribe, hit the bell notification to know when we are live streaming next time. I did have my, I did do a shout out for Core Power. You missed it.
Did you?
Yes,
You did a
yes.
shout out.
Yes, he did.
I
Nice.
did.
He said it is an ad.
Yeah, I said this is totally an ad. I'm not sponsored, but look at that. I mean, seriously,
Is not an ad.
5 grams of sugar. That's it.
If it's an ad, we're getting paid for it, so it's not an ad.
Not an ad.
But it is a shout out.
Total shout out.
Total shout out.
Huh. Anyways, thanks
Shout
for joining
out.
us. And as